You're checking out the Opie and Anthony Show. Doug Stanhope, everyone.
Good morning.
Stopping by to say hi. All cheery and ready to go, are you?
Yeah, I am. I actually,
You're dressed for winter, I noticed.
well, it is winter.
Oh, it is cold.
It's not cold. This isn't cold.
It was like 50-something.
He lives in New Mexico, right?
Arizona.
Arizona.
Yes.
All right, for Arizona, it's cold.
At night, it gets cold out there.
Yeah, it gets cold.
Yeah. But you don't go out at night.
Oh,
You're
well,
inside.
yeah, I'm in a bar.
Yeah.
They say it's out, but it's in.
Yeah. I'm going out tonight. Not really. Just going drinking.
To a bar.
Yeah.
You playing Vermont, though?
I'm playing, yeah, I'm like all the New England states this week.
Nice. The New England tour.
Yeah. Tonight is just in the Weather Vane Music Hall in Brattleboro, Vermont.
Brattleboro.
Just go to the weathervanemusichall.com for tickets. Stanhope tonight at 8 o'clock. Where else are you this week? Worcester, Boston, Narragansett, Rhode Island, and Manchester, New Hampshire.
Just
It's all on my MySpace or my website. There you go. You don't have to plug it.
And you got the easy MySpace? Doug Stanhope on MySpace?
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
good. Okay.
See, there you go.
Fast Freddy
MySpace, I have a lot of friends, sorry.
Yeah, Fast Freddy from Jamaica Station. Imus returns December 3rd on WABC.
Oh?
Drudge is reporting it officially that Imus is back. We kind of got an email today. We know what's happening, but now Drudge is reporting. So it looks officially starts December 3rd.
Yeah, the black journalists were coming out against it, that they should stop talking. They think a year.
Yeah.
For a year. It's good.
What a year? What
a year, yeah.
What do they have? The power of sentencing people now too?
They're just guessing how long he'll live. They figure a year he'll be dead. God.
It's like, what? He'll be dead.
Why? They not only feel they have the power to remove people, but then they could judge how long someone should be exiled.
I mean, these are people
Go
that
screw yourself.
These are already people who've decided that they should be in charge of black people. So
Yeah.
why would they not say what they pass sentences for, whatever? They already deem themselves leaders of black people. I'm sure most black people are going, I don't want Al Sharpton speaking on my behalf or any of these clowns.
That's kind of the feeling we get.
As they're not elected or anything.
When we go out there and talk to the brothers and the sisters. They're like,
The brothers.
he don't represent me.
Yeah, that's what like everybody's
I hear that
saying.
a lot.
You know, there's this thing going on right now. There's a lot of this in the news, the racist stuff. They're saying that this is racism. A lot of nooses showing up now, and they want that considered a hate crime. And by the way, the noose hanging on the doorknob that happened the other day.
University, yeah.
At Columbia.
University, yeah.
That cannot be considered a hate crime because for some reason only swastikas and burning crosses are actually symbols that can be considered a hate crime that you can convict people for putting out.
Why not add a noose to that list?
Well, that's what they want to do. But then,
That's how it
where
happens with
does it
everything.
stop? Where does it? Because a noose can mean anything. It really can. A noose doesn't necessarily mean a hate crime or that you're.
Do not disturb.
Yeah, exactly.
Hanging on a doorknob.
Exactly. Do not disturb.
Yeah.
Baby on board.
I want to kill you.
But it's
but not for anything racial.
It's not associated with a race, like the swastika
No.
against the Jews and the burning. Why am I explaining?
But of course, the lynchings
Yeah, but-
of past, that kind of conjures up that image. But the noose
Yeah, it's been
hasn't been
around.
used exclusively for that. It's
The noose has been around since before black people.
right.
For Pete's sake.
They were executing people with the noose for quite some time.
could just mean you tied your shoes well.
Right.
That means a bunny ear for
Exactly.
your shoes.
And then there's the N-word, which I just hate saying, was scrawled on a bench during a football game. The visiting team comes in. They're from a predominantly black school or from a few black schools, and they're playing away. And their bench, the visitors' bench, had the N-word on it.
The fact that that's news, that some idiot goes and does that, why
And
is that
scratches.
news?
You know what? It was scratched into everything. So was every other racial slur. So were swastikas. So were Jewish stars. So were everything. It was what you did in school. Right. You scratched things in things.
Didn't even know what it meant.
Yeah, you didn't know. It
even
wasn't
know
out
what
of
half the stuff meant.
You know, hatred. It was funny. It was a joke. It was something you just did.
I feel sorry for the white football team.
Oh, they got their asses kicked. Is what happened.
They did.
It just all
Way
I
to
kept thinking of
motivate
was
the-
Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Right. Way to motivate the visitors.
Where they pissed off off.
Oh boy,
What's his name there?
Forrest
Whitaker.
Forrest Whitaker by crashing his car.
Yeah, pissing off Idi Amin.
I bet you that was actually the visiting coach who carved it in his own team's thing. Oh, this will get him all riled up.
So they removed the bench, and the team had to stand up the whole game.
Oh, that would piss them off to the point that
They were really annoyed.
They're annoyed.
And then another incident was a swastika drawn on the inside of a toilet stall. Now, if you
Again, a stolen symbol that you I forget the
just to be a
origins,
piece.
but
it was by a lot of people. The American Indian used it. Certain Asian cultures used it, and it was a symbol of peace. But I guess Hitler thought it looked cool. You
also thought
turn it a little bit.
And where else for a symbol of peace but on the inside of a toilet?
Yeah, and let me also tell you another thing about the inside of toilet stalls. If that is not the last bastion of free speech, to be sitting there doing your business and actually remember that you have a pen on you, and then to just scribble something on the wall, that is real free speech.
What the hell rhymes with "here I sit brokenhearted"?
I love seeing gang graffiti in toilets where you go, do you claim this rest area toilet as your turf? Like, you want to lay claim to this? I don't even want to put my feet in this.
Can't be a popular gang, that's for sure.
There's so much interesting stuff written on those walls, and occasionally you will get the racial slur, and the swastika will be there. But to then call in the cops and call it a hate crime is so beyond reality. It's not a hate crime. A hate crime should be kept to what it is. A crime based on hatred of somebody for who or what they are.
I enjoy the sketches of male genitalia.
Who doesn't?
Especially when
you
it's
go
like,
in there. There's such...
wow, you must know a lot about this because the detail in this one is just horrific. You get the primitive ones, but then you get the guy that, man, he's in there for a while of making sure he gets all the detail right.
Yeah.
I like the stick figure with the giant one.
Right.
Yeah, I love those.
Giant hanging ones.
Yeah, giant.
It looks like it's probably about like a foot long, and the stick figure's like 6 inches high. It's like, that's the way it should be.
You know what else happened recently? A Defense Department building from the air. Mm-hmm. They noticed, and because of Google imaging, they noticed it was shaped like a swastika. This building complex. From the ground, you can't see crap. It looks like buildings.
Right.
But from the air and these Google searches that people find a bunch of really cool stuff, noticed, oh my God, this building looks like a swastika. And they told the Defense Department, who then spent, I don't know how much money, redoing it so it wouldn't look like a swastika from the air. It's symbolism over substance at that point. You're spending money to change a building that had nothing to do. No one knew or cared that it was shaped like a
Jewish
swastika.
aliens care. That's why they haven't landed.
Coming on their ships.
You realize we have Doug Stanhope here today.
Jewish aliens.
He understands
I
the
didn't
alien
think
culture.
about the feelings of Jewish aliens. I'm sorry. You are right.
And you never will, because they'll never land now.
Now they're all PO. They were probably flying. Look, we got all these secrets of eternal life. Let's give them to this. Oh, look. Oh, Murray, look at that building.
How inhospitable.
Let's go to James in New Hampshire. James?
I just like to stop the show so that we can all bask in Opie's line of the day.
Oh.
So it's glazed over. The noose can also mean baby on board. Commendable.
Well, Doug kind of chuckled. I was just talking
Baby on
about
board.
other things that could be a felony if you had them, like baby on board.
Well,
it really wasn't that good, sir.
Well, the center cog of the
Why did
show
I go to your
should
phone call
definitely
to
be
make
noticed.
myself feel better?
I love when they
ass.
I love when they point out things, because I had some guy that pointed out a bad hack joke I made the other day.
Yeah.
He's like, "You missed a great line from Anthony." And it's like, no, I'm trying to cover that up. Stop it. It was a juvenile attempt at humor that failed miserably.
Here's the news story, by the way.
While the NYPD Hate Crimes Unit continues to investigate 2 other incidents that happened last week, state lawmakers are calling for action. You may recall last week a noose was hung outside a professor's door at Columbia Teachers College, and another on a pole outside a firehouse near Ground Zero. A proposed bill would make hanging a noose in a public place a felony.
This noose represents an underlying crime, and our
Underlying, stupid.
A clear and strong message
Underlining.
that it is unacceptable and it won't be tolerated. And if you do it, we want you to go to jail.
Now, police do not believe the discovery of the two nooses last week are related.
You know what? I blame the media also here because now you're going to see swastikas and nooses and all this stuff all over the place.
How could you make hanging a noose somewhere a felony? First of all, how can you even do that? It's not a hate symbol. It really isn't. It all depends on the context. If you hang it on a black person's house, then perhaps you mean something else.
Well, how are they continuing the investigations? They said we're continuing into this week. They following up fingerprints from the news. Even if you find it to be a hate crime, don't you think there's enough crime in this city that should be investigated by a limited police force?
Yeah.
That you would say, all right, hey, that's bad, stop doing it, but stop investigating it and get on maybe in a
get on
child abduction or something.
A little more important.
We have really figured out how to get around the Constitution, man. Now you got hate speech, you got hate crime. It's like,
hate speech is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Right,
when you have a Constitution that ensures the free speech,
even if it's an awful speech.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter what you're saying or who you're hurting. You can hurt people's feelings. It's not hate speech is speech. You say whatever you want.
Hate speech is the liberals' way. And the conservatives have religious nonsense. Hate speech is the liberals' way of saying, I don't like what you're saying, and I don't want you to say it. That's all it is. Mm-hmm. That's all. I don't like it, and I don't want you to say it.
Yeah, it's a way around the Constitution, my friends. Hey, a lot of...
so if you hate on an individual basis, like I just hate you.
Right.
Like the guy you were talking about in the green room, I hate his guts.
Yeah.
It has to be somebody of the same race as you.
There has to be two or more before you...
I don't think a white person can hate a black person just because he's an ass. Like, you can't just, like, that guy is the biggest dummy jackass. What? And then all of a sudden, why? What does that mean? What? No, he's just a jerk.
Yeah, it's like you can't not want to sleep with a girl just because she has no legs, right? All right, then. Maybe that.
Exactly. I get his point.
No-legged women rule. Yeah. No resistance.
No running away.
You're mean if you don't want to sleep with them. Oh, because I have no legs? Well, no, I just don't like you as a person.
Yeah, but don't the legs mess it all up because it's like a dog like pushing a biscuit across the kitchen floor.
No, you put baby oil on her finger so she can't claw her way off the linoleum.
You need some... I think those legs serve a purpose during sex.
Yeah.
Keeps everything anchored down. A lot of people, Halloween displays and nooses. Are they going to get arrested now?
Yeah, that's what happens. Halloween, a lot of nooses go up. It's a display. It's a boo, scary kind of a thing.
Well, I think there'll be more problem with black people knocking on suburban doors in masks at night.
Believe me, that
nooses.
I have that story when I was living in Great Neck. Out on Long Island, a lovely Jewish neighborhood. I love living amongst the Jews. They're wonderful people. Nice. The lawns are well kept.
Sure.
It's the streets are nice. Yeah. Everything's wonderful amongst the Jews. They really know how to keep a nice property.
Yeah.
So I move right in. I'm the only one with Christmas
decorations. Not a lot
decorations.
of good conversations, but
no, I don't care about that.
Yeah, go ahead.
I whip the friggin' garland around columns and light Christmas lights and Santa Claus, and they just drive by like with a little menorah in their window.
Yeah. Dude, can you go real obnoxious this year? I know last year you went pretty obnoxious, but this year you got to go.
This year I am.
You got to have one of those houses where everyone finds out about it, and there's like a line of cars driving in your neighborhood.
They do that already, believe me.
Anatomically correct reindeer.
Yeah.
Swing.
I had a guy the other day dropping off from one of the grocery delivery services, and he was writing the demo. So he comes to the door, and he's kind of looking at me. So I sign the thing and give it to him. He goes away. The truck comes back 10 minutes later. He's already made the delivery, and I've signed for it. Transaction done. The other guy, his buddy that was in the truck, comes to the door and goes, "We just wanted to make sure it was the right street address because my buddy thinks it's the cross street." I was like, no, it's the street address. He goes, oh, okay, just checking. Like his buddy went, dude, that's Anthony. Get out of here. All right, we need a good excuse. Why should I go to the door? We'll say it's the wrong street. Like, I had it all figured out.
And then he gives you that look.
Exactly why he came.
He looks at you a little too long.
Yeah, a little too long.
Like,
and I just shut the door. Wham.
Slam. Go away.
But I was living in Great Neck for a while, and it was Halloween. And my girlfriend bought a lot of candy because it was the first time we hadn't lived in an apartment. We live in an actual house in a nice neighborhood, and she's like excited to have little kids come by and give them candy and look at their little costumes and stuff like that. Well, we got this candy, and the festivities start. Hear the doorbell ring. Apparently, what goes on is a lot of underprivileged urban families will drive or take the bus to nice neighborhoods to get good candy. So we opened the door, and there were about, I would say, 5 to 8 little black kids coming to the door, all fighting each other to get to the door. So my girlfriend comes out with it, and she's got a huge bowl of just assorted candy. And they're grabbing at it. And one kid took his bag, put it on the ground, tipped the bowl over, and took his arm. He did a swipe move with his arm and took half of it. And then, like, ran off.
I've seen that same move on YouTube in jewelry stores.
In the jewelry store. It is. It's the jewelry store wipe. Oh, my God.
I always wondered where they, practiced that move.
We shut the door and started laughing our asses off. We were laughing hysterical. And I think about 80% of the kids that came to the house that night was the exact same thing.
I can't remember the last time any kid has come to any place I've been on Halloween. Like, I live in a small town now, but I haven't been there for Halloween yet. I'm going to be there this year, and I was talking. I mean, kids actually go out and do that still.
Yeah, I think it's
always lived in cities,
a nice thing, and then they go out with their parents.
Now it's safe trick or treating, where you like take your kid trick or treating in the local town or like on a local block
with a big group, and then parents,
or at the mall.
My buddy Greg says up in Alaska they'll have like a high school gymnasium where all the like local shops will set up like fake like house fronts where they take the kid to the the gymnasium and
it's all safe stuff.
Yeah, it's all fake.
Yeah,
they got to do it.
Plumbing will have a little display of fake house and give out candy and stuff.
And children, if you go around the back of the house, you'll realize there isn't really a back of the house. This is what we call a facade. You are now going to see, is this Amity Island? Yes, you're going to see the shark from Jaws any minute now.
One of those horrible Leave It to Beaver houses.
All right, we got to take a quick break. When we get back, we got to play Star Wars Trumpet Girl.
Yeah, the video's great if you want to play along.
If we don't talk about the dentist, then we're just not doing our job.
Shirking our responsibility.
Doug Stanhope in wherever the F you are tonight. I don't know. Go to his MySpace page, please.
I have to mention something I forgot.
He gave us 12 dates to plug.
New England all week. How about that?
Find it.
Yeah, find it. I'm everywhere in New England.
At least he said new.
Yes, Jimmy.
I'm sorry. I forgot to mention, tonight I'm at the Gotham Comedy Club. I'm not performing. I'm doing an interview show. This guy, Ray Allen. It's called Late Night with Ray Allen, and Richard Belzer's on the show. It's just an interview show, so if you're around Gotham, come tonight.
You don't even have to do comedy anymore.
No, but I'm just saying.
You just show up and do interviews.
Jimmy's becoming a huge star right in front of our eyes.
I'm still a nobody.
Oh, shut up. You're going to be huge. That HBO special is going to take it to the next level. Everyone knows that now.
It's going to galvanize
Everyone
me
knows that.
200 seaters.
Hey, speaking of Jim Norton, before we go to break, this is the sound you got to listen for tomorrow if you want to win $1,000.
Tomorrow. Don't call
this sound
now.
Right here.
Thank you.
When you hear that tomorrow between 7 and 7:30, if you're the 10th caller, you're going to win $1,000, courtesy of us, Opie and Anthony. All right, let's talk about Star Wars girl playing the trumpet here. It's more of a video.
Yeah, it's a visual thing.
Well, it is a video, but it's more something you should watch the video instead of listen to it on the radio. But I think a little taste isn't going to hurt anybody. By the way, it's Opie and Anthony. We'll throw this up on onaradio.com. Stephen S. from Bayshore, he's doing the show rundown. We'll make sure this link is up there so you can check it out later. But basically, it's what? Some kind of beauty pageant?
Yeah, it seems like there's some kind of real local beauty pageant from... I mean, you got any clue of what year this could be, Than? It looks like maybe the late 70s, early 80s.
Oh, really? Well, look at the hair, man.
I'm thinking, why would you do a Star Wars thing if it was...
I thought it was recently. Probably 80s.
Really?
I'm going to go like Ozzy in the Shot in the Dark video.
yeah, I'm going to go mid-80s.
Wow, yeah? Well, it could be. I mean...
I'm going to go 80...
pretty bad.
I'm going to go right at 85.
Yeah, you're going to keep it in the middle somewhere around there?
Yeah, right at 85, whatever.
I'm going to slip slide with an 88.
Ooh. I'm going to go early, though. I'm going to say 84.
Ooh. I haven't seen it. I can't guess.
Oh, Doug, way to be responsible.
Just guess.
I'll go 96.
Doesn't really matter. 96. Very good. Grunge.
Because in the end, who gives
Who cares? The real treat of this video, and it's up on YouTube. Just put in, Star Wars Trumpet Girl, and it'll come up.
But we wanted to get people to go to Stephen S. from Bayshore's show rundown. It'll be there too.
Oh, it'll be there too.
ONARadio.com. It's like the ONA basics there on that website.
They'll go there and see it.
Okay.
But this girl, she's apparently in some kind of a pageant. I don't know if it's a beauty pageant or some kind of talent thing, and she's in an awful 80s dress, awful 80s hair, and her talent apparently is the trumpet. She plays the trumpet, and she's playing along with the Star Wars music, the famous Star Wars song, and the trumpet is nowhere near in the right key for the background music that is playing. So it just sounds horrible. And in between, if you get a chance to watch this video, in between her actually playing, she's doing dramatic moves from the movie, using the trumpet as a blaster, kind of lurking around corners like Han Solo would.
And that's what's great about YouTube and Break.com. This stuff... Someone just filmed this.
Oh, yeah.
Showed it to their friends, maybe 10 people.
20 people might have saw this and maybe over even all those years.
Maybe the girl that's in the video even saw it. I was like, oh, God, who would ever see this? And then technology changes, and now we get to see all this horrific stuff from the old days.
Yep, it's all out there.
This video has over 600,000 views.
It'll go over 1 million today. It is too good.
Well, here's a taste. Guess when she comes in, by the way.
You can't even see it's seamless.
Because people are like, why are you playing this? It sounds great. No, you'll know when she pops in.
So incredibly bad. Sounds like a car horn. She plays the car horn.
It sounds like a marching band, like tuning up before the parade.
Oh. Now look. She's using her trumpet like a blaster.
She's acting out the Princess Leia role.
Yeah. Because she's not playing right now, so she had to do something.
Okay, here comes back.
All right, now she comes back on, right?
Wonderful.
Is this the greatest video?
You have to see the moves she makes, with the dramatic moves, and she pops it back up to her mouth and right back in.
And right back into the most out of key.
No, she still probably looks back at this as her shining moment.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Until now it's openly mocked on the internet.
This was huge for her.
Yeah.
She probably rationalized it too, like, no, I know it's like off key and everything, but I'm really there with every note.
She probably won't watch the video because she doesn't want to spoil her bogus, whitewashed memory of the whole.
Right. Oh, now look, she does a little dance now during the cantina
Oh my
scene
God, it's
music.
the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Dude, look at this dance. It's
horrific.
It's almost like a river dance thing. Now she's kicking her feet up in that I just quit smoking, click your heels thing.
And then she did kind of like a Charlie Chaplin, like silent movie dance there.
And then
This looks like community auditions in Boston, Mass. With Dave Maynard. Do you know that show? Star of the day, who will it be?
She looks like Nancy Allen, the actress.
Yeah, a little bit.
Blowout and Dressed to Kill.
Here's the big finish, or no?
And they crank the music during this just to drown her out a little more.
Well, the big finish, she doesn't even play.
doing a lightsaber move.
Yeah. She does a spin
and she's
and
done.
a bow
And
walks off to what appears to be no applause whatsoever.
No.
Should be a round of machine gun fire.
The link for that video will be up on onaradio.com later today when Stephen S. from Bayshore does his show rundown. Let's say hi
In
to
the
Tracy.
middle of that, she should just be instantly served with a subpoena from George Lucas.
Absolutely.
He should come out on stage and just slap her with a subpoena and walk off.
He should tape it to his fat face and his weak chin, and then yell at her because she's not a kid's toy that he can market like a spit in his beard.
And
You're not
headbutt her with that giant head of his.
He's just awful.
Hey, Matt W. from Connecticut is the talent show from Napoleon Dynamite. Is that a train from Staten Island? Sounds like a dying elephant. Let's go to...
Speaking of which, we got to get that Bob Kelly audio from the wedding.
Yes.
He got married, our friend Bob Kelly, online.
Yeah.
let's
We
say-
got an invitation and everything.
married
It was this
online?
big invitation. You open it up and it goes, "We'd like to welcome you to the marriage of," it's got everything like a real invitation. Then it goes, "Log on to www.blah blah blah," and you log on and you got to put in code words and click on links, and then it gives you a little video window and you watch the wedding that way, so they can go to Hawaii and you could sit in your house.
That's nice, though. They didn't waste your time. Like, you didn't have to show up and act like you care and dress up.
Well,
You're right.
It would be nice if it wasn't Hawaii, because you're like, why couldn't you fly a few of us in? I mean, if it was your friend getting married in Staten Island, it would be perfect.
Exactly.
You don't have to waste your time going to Staten Island. You can watch on the internet. Then, Doug,
But
it would
still,
be
you
perfect.
could. You could fly yourself to Hawaii and not have to waste a whole Saturday doing something boring, watching people make out. Come on.
You do have a point.
Yeah.
Hey, let's go to Tracy the trucker. And if we don't talk about the dentist, we're running out of show here. Get the dentist story for me. Tracy, what's up?
Good morning, boys. Love your show.
I thought it was Tracy a girl.
No.
Oh, you know better than that, Opie. You tried that crap on me before.
Oh.
Wow.
What else is he
I'm
trying?
trying some crazy crap. I see Tracy on the line and I think, girl, I'm sorry.
You're
Boy,
just a madman.
Boy, I'm outrageous. I'm a shock doc.
I'm going to be in really big trouble. They pass that law. Because I go by hangman on the radio. I got one hanging from my key ring, one for my turn signal.
Oh, a noose?
From my
Oh, the hangman, his name is.
Yeah, this guy loves
You
the
got the hangman with you? This is the hangman. We got a smoky report.
Yeah, I got
Can you even play the game Hangman anymore?
Yeah, no, you can't even play that.
N blank GG blank.
Yeah.
Hey.
Six letters. Let me think.
God, sir, could you repeat all that? We didn't hear it.
Yeah, why don't you keep running over the comedy as you barrel down the road?
Go ahead,
crystal
sir.
meth.
Go ahead.
Jesus.
What am I going to do? They pass this law. I'm going to be screwed.
Why is that, buddy?
Because I got
I'm kidding, sir. We heard you the first
We
time.
get it. We
got
like
it.
nooses. Thank you, Tracy.
That's right. You should.
Yeah, really, a CB is more of a symbol of racism than any noose is. Just having a handle, no matter what it is, means you're a racist.
Take the if you own a
Breaker 19 is hate speech.
Hate speech. That is funny, Doug. Yeah, if you own a CB radio, take the racist quiz. I think we're going to get a winner every time.
I never used to hear. I was into CBs back when there was a huge CB craze.
Oh, sure.
And never heard many brothers on the CB.
No.
A few truckers and stuff, but never many just recreational CB users.
Right.
Listen, this
Yeehaw! He's bounded down.
we could get into CB talk, but this dentist story is
we got to get
it's
to the
amazing.
dentist.
Dentist claims breast rubs appropriate.
All right. I see no problem now. You go into this with an open mind.
Dentist claims breast rubs appropriate.
Very fair enough.
I think people
enough,
of a
sir.
lot of walks of life would say that they're appropriate.
Yeah.
A dentist accused of fondling the breasts of how many do you think?
Oh,
1, 2.
how many
before?
breasts? Because then I got to double or divide by 2.
Oh boy. Well, I got an odd number
to
here,
get
so
the
we
people.
got a problem.
9 women.
Okay, then it must be the women and not by the breast. Okay.
Hopefully.
Unless he liked one better than the other.
I'm going to stick with 96 is my guess.
Wow. It's got to be an odd number.
You would think after 2, maybe 3, all right, it's up.
Yeah.
He's busted. No, he was able to do this 27 female patients.
You guess too high, Doug.
Well, here's the thing. If you're going to do that and say, hey, this is to help, you got to do it to everybody if you're going to have your story stand up. Well, why'd you just squeeze the nice ones? I didn't. I squeezed all 27. It makes your story a little more legit.
Even the old grandma coming in for a root canal.
Right, yeah. That'll at least keep you, keep your story in check.
Keep them off your scent.
Right.
I'm filling up grandma.
You think I want to do this?
That's what I'm getting at. A dentist accused of fondling the breasts of 27 female patients is trying to keep his dental license by arguing that chest massages are an appropriate procedure in certain cases. Mark Anderson's lawyer says dental journals discuss the need to massage the pectoral muscles to treat a common jaw problem. Come on.
Wow, that's reaching. That is reaching.
It's in a journal.
Temporomandibular jaw disorder. The jaw, the muscles. See, I'm
trying to. I'm straining my jaw as much as I can, and it pretty much goes to the clavicle area. It doesn't really go past that.
That's because you don't have the same problem that these poor women had that this heroic doctor helped them through.
Heroic.
They frown on all the Eastern medicines. It's the HMOs that want you to believe. Yeah, all these drugs they advertise on TV. When just a little herbal tea and a breast massage will cure a lot of things. And
how come it takes Doug coming into the studio for me to realize, why am I against the dentist doing that? He's absolutely right. Why should I get in the way of his, work? I'm not a doctor. I didn't go to medical school.
Right.
And dental school. Maybe there is something that's to that.
I say you should squeeze them so hard her shoes fall off.
They got recorded phone calls from the dentist. He said he did it to treat TMJ, which causes neck and head pain. Attorney Robert Zero told administrative law judge blah 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 at a hearing Thursday that he should let Anderson keep his dental license while disciplinary appeals proceed. Anderson would be supervised by 2 assistants and would no longer do the chest rubs.
My girlfriend went to get a mammogram and they scraped her teeth, but you don't see that in the news.
You see?
Don't see that in the news.
There's no reason this guy should be touching a woman's breast in the dentist chair.
I know that might help TMJ.
Listen to this.
You squeeze them and she goes, hey, and her mouth opens.
Opens real wide, you go cured.
The lawyer is saying his dentist friend there that he's trying to defend needs to keep seeing patients so he could feed his 7 children and pay for his defense. He still needs to work so he can pay the bills. Lou suspended Anderson's dental license last month. He was charged with 2 misdemeanor counts of battery and sexual battery. Yolo County prosecutors are investigating complaints from more than 24 women who were groped in the examining chair in the last 5 years.
Now, here's what I want to know. Are they anesthetized at the time they're groped? Is there somebody, a nurse, a female nurse, in the room when this is happening? And are they informed beforehand that he will be touching their breasts during this procedure? If that's the case, then it's still completely wrong, but at least he has some type of defense he can mount in court.
And if there was something to this, wouldn't he maybe show on his own body and go, well, do this, it might help a little bit?
Yeah, or you massage it,
Right.
or you have the female, like a hygienist. She massages it a little bit, or the husband comes in and does it. Anyone but him alone in the room with a knocked-out patient.
When they're drilling your teeth, you ever have a dentist where they say, squeeze between your thumb and your index finger? That's like that's like a technique.
Do I look like I've been to a dentist in the last 20 years?
A technique to take away some of the pain.
A pressure point.
Really? So they'll show you, and they don't do it for you though. They go, look, if you do this, it might help a little bit while we're drilling away here. 3 new complaints, including one from a 31-year-old woman who said Anderson fondled her at least 6 times over 2 years.
How does she wait 2 years and let him do it 6 times?
She took to, and this is how the story ends. It's terrific. She got fondled so many times. She took to wearing tight shirts with high necklines.
How is she going back to a guy who was fondling her? What
to try to get rid of the jaw disorder.
She took to wearing armor.
Right.
It causes the jaw disorder because when you say, what are you doing? He punches you in the face.
I'm ready for this. So she took to wearing tight shirts with high necklines, and Anderson would still get in under her shirt and bra, according to a police report.
So all right.
This guy was he really
I didn't know it was under the bra.
Under the bra and everything. Yeah. See, that's this guy really doesn't have much of a defense.
I know, but just that he could con 27 chicks into that.
But the funny thing is, like,
you gotta no, go ahead. You just got to respect his pitch. I mean,
if they're keeping their mouths shut for so long.
Yeah.
Jeez, 2 years, that woman.
A lot of people are saying you got to tell Doug about the perv switch. I don't know if we have time today. We're running out of show, and I just want to mention this really fast. You go to Drudge Report. It's official. Imus is coming back to radio.
Yes. Yeah.
The resurrection of Imus returns on...
I'm coming back as a dentist. yeah, jerk.
He's going to be his home station is going to be ABC here in New York City. In a dramatic and dazzling career rebound, controversial radio host Don Imus has secured a deal returning him to the airwaves on December 3rd. This time on the nation's most listened to talk station. Imus in the Morning will make high impact resurrection on ABC. We'll have him on a standard 40-second delay. Don is rested, humbled, and ready for war. Specific terms of the deal will not be released. Just trying to read through this. Okay. The stunning comeback is a defeat for those who protested and picketed Imus earlier this year. It absolutely is.
Yep.
The pushback has begun. Yep. Continue. Come on, Erock, give me some more text. What are you doing? Imus is said to be particularly incensed by Senator Hillary Clinton's shameless exploitation of the Rutgers situation. The senator, who Imus has called Satan and the Devil, traveled to Rutgers in April to praise the women's basketball team for its response to the controversy. In a campaign email, Hillary called Imus's comments small-minded bigotry and coarse sexism. Hillary, prepare to meet your maker, a source close to the host joked early Monday. Station executives are still tinkering with the new schedule at ABC, which will likely see current morning jock Curtis Lewa paired with late mornings John Gambling.
What are they sending Ron Kuby to do? Defend more murderers? Was Kuby going to be out? Is Kuby going to be out? This stupid beard?
Out there on the streets.
Good.
Defending people that just belong in the electric chair.
How much does it help? When you guys got tossed off the last time, how much did the publicity help, honestly?
It was
Does
great.
the music say this is a wrong time for a question?
No, in the end, it really helps your radio show, that publicity, getting your face all over CNN for 2 straight weeks. It absolutely helps as long as you keep your job. The problem in the past with us, we F up, and they always fire us, so you don't get to reap the benefits of all that publicity
you got. To bask in the publicity when you're sitting at home going, when am I going to work again?
But Imus is coming back, and we couldn't be happier here on the Opie.
You always have the CB.
Yeah.
How you going next time with us, man? Out? Coming over next time?
Yeah, sure.
Good.
Yeah.
And Doug Stanhope on MySpace for all his dates. He's playing all over New England. Doug's great.
Absolutely.
I was burping there, but Doug is great, and go to MySpace for all his tour dates. But he's doing New England for the entire week, I guess.
Yeah.
All over the place.
Worcester, Mass, Saturday night. Let's just plug that one. That's my hometown.
Where's that?
Worcester, Mass. Ralph's Chadwick Square Diner.
I know where Worcester is.
Yeah, Ralph's.
Okay, cool. All right, guys, if you're not joining us over at the other joint, have a good day.
Goodbye.
Opie and Anthony.
It's showtime.
Hey, Doug Stanhope made the walk.
Good morning.
For the filth-ridden portion of the show.
Yeah, some people, they say they're going to make the walk, and then all of a sudden they just,
bail.
Make a quick left on 6th Avenue, and
where'd they go?
We don't see them until next time. Do I have your mic on?
I don't hear him.
Check.
There he is.
Hey, there's Doug Stanhope. All right.
There we go.
What's wrong, Anthony? What's wrong?
Oh, nothing. I'm just making sure everything here at Mission Control is working.
Who's actually skipped out on the walk?
Oh,
Otto and George.
You know what?
I don't like to be dirty.
You know what? I don't even.
Suck that cock. Wow. Cocksucker.
Jimmy has many times.
No,
Jimmy laughed.
I've only skipped on the walk when I had a flight to catch.
All right.
Sometimes I'll say I have a flight to catch.
I was basically talking about.
Okay,
Jimmy.
but you didn't say I'll be right there and never show up.
No, I just pretend I got.
There has been. I can't remember who it was, but there have been a few people. Very few, but it's happened where we've gotten here and gone, wait, I thought they were going to come over for this part of the show.
And
they had enough.
We love naming names. I just can't give you one. I don't know.
I can't remember.
I'm not trying to protect anybody.
Paul Stanley, right?
But he did the walk with us to give away like his new CD.
Paul Stanley
it was a fun interview too. But then he just hopped right into a limo from
he stopped at the door.
Of
Yeah,
course he
absolutely.
did. Hops in a limo and leaves. Chicks on his cock.
What about the drummer from the Police there, Stuart Copeland?
Oh, I didn't.
I think he took the walk and then he took a walk.
Oh, did he?
I'm not sure though.
I don't remember. I know that fucking Andy Summers was up here. Really nice guy. We get it. The riff got stolen.
Dude, we are the worst.
We heard you.
I'm obsessed with the Police and what they did to us. They raped us good, man. Jimmy and I had to go watch Sting perform The Loot. And we did it partly out of a little bit of interest because it's like it's Sting. Not because we wanted to hear The Loot, but it was like, wow, we get a chance to see Sting? Cool, we'll do it. But we're also thinking, all right, there were rumors about the Police getting back together. Maybe we'll start a little relationship. He'll come on the show and talk about the Police reunion, right? So we did that. Then we had Stuart Copeland. He was plugging his DVD from his Police years where he like videotaped from behind the drum kit.
His shitty Fun for Everyone DVD that didn't show any fucking arguments, just a bunch of playfulness.
Just a bunch of fun that the band was having.
Yeah, he was one of those guys that always had a camera with him like the entire time. So he had like a shitload of film, actual film and video of the band. And he threw it together and it was all just the uninteresting stuff.
Yeah. If you're a hardcore fan of the Police, there's an interest there. Sure. But in general...
But he was fun to talk to. I mean...
it was the tourgasm of rock and roll.
But then... We did that.
Stewart and Sting and driving go-karts and
we got
Bob Kelly.
And Bob Kelly.
Yeah.
Breaking his leg.
So we did that thinking same thing. Police reunion. This is our in. We'll kind of like help them out with a project that is going to be a tough sell. And then we did the Andy Summers, all within a week and a half. So obviously something was up. And Andy Summers was plugging some awful fucking book.
The book is called One Train Later, and it was about if he ever...
So you listen to all that boring shit, hoping that they would
do the right thing,
hoping for the quid pro quo.
Yeah, these guys,
the way it works.
These guys lost our number faster than anybody, man.
Well, this is no different than the intern who brought me a cup of coffee just now, hoping that I would.
Really?
Him.
Right.
Nothing. You get nothing.
Yeah.
So
I'll go through with it though. I'm no Sting.
No, you're not. You're a mouth fucker to the end. That's why we love you. That's a throat clogger, as we say.
This happens.
But let's just say
this happens to us all the time. I figured. Sorry,
I was just going to say that
I got a theory on this. Not a theory.
Let's
but
just say he's a mouth fucker.
Doug?
Yeah.
Yes.
And I just want to know what would that sound like if let's say he grabbed a girl and just fucked her mouth.
Well, the thing that Stanhope was legendary for doing is, and he don't only fuck you.
This is what it sounds like when I come. Give me a cigarette.
Well, he'll pinch the nose, and then he grabs the back of the head. So she's straining. That's when the cheeks puff out like she's playing like the fucking like Dizzy Gillespie. That's when you get the old nose pinch and the cheeks balloon out because the cock is at the back of the throat and air cannot leave the nose. The nose has been clogged.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Air has been told to go back.
Just to finish up the whole Police thing and observation, when we get a huge star, we're like, what? He actually agreed to call our show or come in? 9 out of 10 times, the project he's promoting sucks.
It's dog shit.
It's so bad that they want to try to promote it everywhere possible.
That's the
and we
observation
fall
I finally
under
figured
everywhere.
out. Hence why the Police came on as individuals because they were plugging crappy, projects.
Well, Stewart had to, I mean, he talked a little bit about playing the drums and the
I love that, man. Look at Jimmy's head is completely down on the microphone like the microphone's a pillow.
But you know what it is, though? It's like we not only do we talk to those two, but then we go and we watch Sting, and we like, all right, we'll watch the guy. I mean, he's trying a new project. And it was interesting because he was talking about like the loot and
The fucking loot.
You fucking snorefest threesome.
You want to see Sting.
Hey, we gotta
you
hear
don't
some
want to
loot
see him
now.
play the fucking loot.
I wouldn't want to see Sting.
You want to hear the
What
loot?
the hell is that?
This is a hit song from Sting and his loot.
There have been instruments invented since the loot.
The songs of John Dowling.
John Dowling was a
Oh, is
cunt.
that it? How do you remember the name?
Because he said it, John Dowling, when he was 25 years old.
These are the
Enough about
songs
John
of
Dowling.
John Dowling.
I bet you he's not breaking out his loot during this police reunion tour because he knows that his fans don't want to hear this shit.
That ain't where the money is.
And he would read little bits of John Dowling's writings, and they were fucking awful. This 16th century dullard.
How would you know? In the middle of it, you were...
I couldn't catch it. I'm in John Wake me when he's singing Roxanne. Fuck
the writing. He would read the writings
of John Dowling.
What were they about?
Who knows? We slept through them.
Love
and the era.
Oh God!
Oh, what a fucking! I wanted to grab. Where did you lose your? And that fucking Gerard Depardieu, fucking fat man, he had playing the lute with him,
dude.
Gerard. He looked like Gerard Depardieu, and I hope he's dead as I speak. I hope that guy was killed drunk driving.
Because if you were expecting Sting to do all the heavy lute playing, who knew that there was actually you could get much better with the stupid.
You had
lute.
to get a session loudest.
Yeah. Right. And dude, the guy, my favorite moment in the whole fucking thing, the lute is doing a lute solo, and it sounded like it was over. So everyone starts applauding, stupid us, because it was like 6-7 seconds of dead air, like just silence. So we're like, all right, I guess it's over. So everyone starts applauding. He dramatically lifts his hand up in the air like...
like the trumpet girl.
Wait. No, he's like, wait, what are you doing?
Done
and then goes back
yet?
into playing the lute.
Don't you know this song? It's from 1413.
Right.
How can anyone not remember?
How dare you wreck the works of John Dowling?
I actually
And now a hit from John Dowling.
Dude,
this one comes out during the bubonic plague.
we come up with excuses to bring up the lute and Sting. We can't get enough of him, John Dowling, the lute, the lutist session player.
I tapped my feet more to the looting during Katrina. During to this fucking shithead and that fat Gerard Depardieu fucking pederast.
Me and Jimmy were cracking. Me and Jimmy were trying to make each other laugh to the point we would wreck the whole performance. We're like, the lines that were going back and forth between Jimmy and I, like, holy shit.
Now, was this in studio or you went?
No, it was a big performance. It was at the Jazz Center, where all the greats play, and all these phonies, including ourselves.
Of course.
You guys were phony.
I've never wanted to meet Patrice more than my life.
See, that's the honesty of this show. At least we'll admit that we were as phony as everyone else in the place, because everyone's like politely applauding after every song. They didn't even know what the fuck they heard.
Patrice would have
just wanted to talk about it the next day.
Oh, yeah.
Patrice would have looked puzzled for a second and then just unloaded.
He would have went, he would have done one of those. Why aren't you playing Roxanne? I said,
Right.
what are you doing?
Loot.
Oh, is this
Here
it?
it is. This is the songs of John Dowling. Listen for the hook.
To see, to hear, to touch, to kiss, to die.
It's to die. Who says to die?
Hey, you guys make fun, but fuck, that's good loud.
Yeah, he's kicking ass.
That's good loot right there.
If you were going to propose to a fair maiden.
Yeah, this is Renaissance festival music.
The fuck?
You should be eating one of those big turkey legs and watching fake jousting.
Right. All right, we got to keep going. We got to get to the hook again.
His voice sounds great, though. You got to give him credit. The voice with this, you can't hide a bad voice.
But
His voice
listen
sounds
how he
amazing.
says to die.
To die, I weep, I faint, I die. In deadly pain and endlessly sorrow.
Yeah, there you go. That's what we get. Sting and the lute instead of like Roxanne.
Can't you do "Don't Stand So Close to Me"?
He should have said that to the lutist.
He attempted.
Creep.
He attempted to do some. He did 2 police songs. Do we have those?
He did Roxanne, which was pretty good.
But we didn't know until it was half over.
No, not Roxanne. Right, Message in a Bottle.
Message in a Bottle. We didn't know until it was half over.
And that message is put the fucking lute down and pick up the guitar.
Listen to Message in the Bottle, and I think if this is the one, I'm not sure.
Thank you.
like right now, no one knows what he's playing, right?
Yeah.
And listen how long it takes, and then the audience goes, "Oh my God, message is about. We got to start applauding." Watch. You have no fucking idea, right?
No, the king is passing judgment on the jester right now.
Right.
They're all picking airplane bottles of J&B out of their purses and trying to cough them down.
It's very gentle. Wasn't this playing in my headphones when I fell asleep?
Just a castaway.
Now they know. Now they know.
Oh, I know what the song is.
Enough of that.
I like that version though, because that fucker, his voice sounded amazing.
He's got a great voice, but he's also got a
sounds
great attitude.
Amazing on the tour. They sound just like the albums, you know.
Right. Yeah.
But what a pompous ass. We were talking about when he would do that, or fucking Neil Young. Opie went to see Neil Young. And you go to see Neil Young, you want to see him do his fucking hits. If you want to do some kind of a self-appreciation evening, do it in your fucking living room.
Or right on the ticket. You're not going to hear anything you know.
Yeah, let everyone know what they're not getting, which is the shit that they've all heard on the radio and stuff. And Neil Young got out there and just did...
It's one of my favorite concert stories
bunch
ever.
of shit.
I treated my brother. We're big
Treat
Neil...
yourself.
Me and my brothers growing up, we were big Neil Young fans, you know? Powderfinger, all that fun stuff. Welfare Mothers, I go a little deeper than the average Neil Young fan. I do. So we go to the Felt Forum at Madison Square Garden, and we sit there, and the first three or four songs completely unrecognizable, but everyone was like, "Oh, Neil Young, man,
yeah, it's got to be getting
this
some good
cool,
stuff."
Man. And then you could feel the whole crowd changing. Like, what the fuck is he? What the? Who the? And everyone starts looking around like, do you know this song? And everyone's like, no, I don't know.
Self-indulgent
You're looking around like, and then there's, of course, one dude somewhere like, oh, all right. But for the most part, the crowd is like clueless,
Was
lost.
he doing Mr. Roboto?
Right. And,
oh, that's a good one.
And there's a guy sitting behind us who's got to be like just the uber Neil Young fan, and his excitement, like, I can't believe we're here. We drove from Jersey. Look at our seats, you know? And he's turning, and all of a sudden you start hearing him talking under his breath. Bullshit, what the fuck is going on? We spent $75 a ticket.
Where's the
$80.
fucking Neil Young
Like, he's
songs?
like, what the fuck? And then another one, you can hear him like, oh, another one I don't know, right? Finally, the guy is completely quiet. He stands up and he goes, hey, Neil, how about one for us? Oh, the place went fucking just lost it, laughing and clapping. Like, yeah, this is what we're all thinking.
One
here.
for
What are you
us.
doing?
He's up there appreciating himself.
Yeah,
how about one for us?
I hate that.
If you can find a concert that's quiet enough that you can,
right,
that you can yell something out like that and get a laugh, there's a problem.
Oh,
Definitely.
man, it made my night, you know. And then he ended up playing, I couldn't even tell you which two you knew. He finally, during the encore, gave us like Heart of Gold or something.
And Doug raised a good point about Mr. Roboto. I like at the end with it just kind of like, Domo. That's my favorite part. Mr. Roboto.
Domo. Domo.
Somebody bleeped out the H, which is what you should be saying for that fucking song. Homo. Domi Yari. Mr. As somebody spits like backwash snot and saliva into your pubes. The old nose pinch. Hold Dennis DeYoung's nose.
Yes, Mr. Roboto. Oh, what an awful time.
And they would act it out on stage or something?
Yes, it was a huge thing.
Dressed as robots, Jimmy.
Fucking assholes.
I am the...
So affected.
They'd have changed the name of the band to Stinks.
I got a secret. Yes,
not
Please
anymore.
Don't tell Mother.
Right. Do you have a secret? You're the last to know.
Can we turn this up?
Touch me under where my bathing suit covers. Secret.
Modern man.
Fucking Tommy Shaw, one of the greatest guitar players ever, had to play this shit. No, you don't.
And Tommy Shaw was annoying too, though, when during Renegade, he was fucking all peppy.
Oh, he certainly was.
I love the Renegade.
With his lisp. He has a bad lisp,
he
too.
lisp?
Yeah. When he sings that one song, I'm sitting on his bar, talking like a damn fool, got the trouble, like news blues.
Like Red Hot Chili Peppers guy.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of a list.
He's got the bad one.
Anthony
Yeah.
Kiedis.
Yeah.
Hey, I got to beat myself up. This guy's absolutely right. Opie, when you treat someone to a concert, you don't go on the air and tell everyone. You're absolutely right, instant feedbacker with no name. Hey,
Treat yourself.
Mike in Columbus. What's up, Mike?
What's going on, guys? How you doing today?
Hey,
man.
Hey, all this summer we went to Styx, REO, and Def Leppard here in Columbus. Styx was badass. REO comes on, plays 2 songs, and then he gets on there and says, "Hey, we're going to play all kinds of new stuff now." The whole place went, and everybody sat down. It was fantastic.
No one goes to see REO Speedwagon. First of all, no one should go see REO Speedwagon.
Well, that's
a given.
That's the first mistake you made, Mike, by going to see these bands.
No one should go.
At what point is your critique?
No one's going for new shit.
Well, Def
believe
Leppard,
me,
I would still see Def Leppard.
I've seen Def Leppard like after they were through their prime already, and sounded great.
I think they're terrible, and I wish I liked them because they have so many hits. I like Bringing On the Heartache. It's the only Def.
You don't like Pour Some Sugar on Me?
Hysteria is one of the greatest freaking rock albums ever made. It's like party rock.
I don't like because it's all like big fucking choruses. And I don't like that style.
No,
like.
Guys, you got to remember where we're
guitars.
at in Ohio.
So it's, doesn't hold up to the test of time.
People,
but
come on.
This song I like.
We're in Ohio is no excuse. Go to the car show, pick one, and fucking leave.
You got it.
This is
take care. Have a good week.
This isn't off Hysteria, by the way.
No, but
you just playing for
it's
Jimmy?
the one I like, yeah.
All right.
Play what I don't like.
By the way, like to these bands that think that we want to hear their new shit, first of all, we don't, obviously. What they should do is if they think they got a song that's really good, let radio have it for about 10 years and then finally bring it to your stupid concerts.
Yeah. See how the people like it.
If you're a classic rock band...
Does radio even work like that anymore?
No.
Can you do that?
Nope. No. Put it on the internet.
That's why these bands are as big as they are, because the radio was just stupid for 30, 40 years.
Bunch of faggots who won't play new songs. They gotta do research and look at the playlist. Fucking uncreative faggots. That's what you get. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
With the playlist let's only play War Pigs.
Jesus, Jimmy.
Fucking cocksuckers.
Most stations don't even play War Pigs. They give you Crazy Train. That's it.
What are you saying? They play Stairway to Heaven. I think the people will like
Take a real risk.
Fucking assholes.
Take a real risk here.
I think what radio did to Led Zeppelin is the biggest sin ever. I know you would argue Black Sabbath, but
Zeppelin too.
Fucking Zeppelin has. I mean, they pretty much didn't put out a bad song until they came out with Coda, and half that shit never made the radio.
Not a Zeppelin fan.
I still
not a music fan.
Yeah,
I don't like music.
Yeah, Doug's just like fuck all these people.
Why aren't you a Zeppelin fan?
I just was never into Zeppelin. I was more a Who guy.
Yeah, I like the Who too.
More Who than Zeppelin. Zeppelin was just too fake sounding.
They sold sex. Sex appeal. Bob playing a lot of sex appeal.
Yeah, it squeezed my lemon.
With his big fucking cock in his pants
How
out
do you not
on
look at that
stage.
thing? Yeah,
his
man.
flowing blonde hair.
Exactly,
like a
locks.
tranny.
Squeeze my
Tranny who
lemon.
didn't know how to tuck.
Squeeze my lemon until the juice runs down my leg.
Yeah,
Come
no
on.
shit.
Hey, what is he talking about there? Let's say Thanks for picking a Zeppelin song that sucks, by the way. Proving my point.
E-Rock
Badly.
just
Why is-
sucks.
E-Rock means well, but he doesn't know. He has no
Doesn't.
good songs.
E-Rock eats well. That's about it.
Let's say hi to Keith in D.C. Keith?
Hey, Opie, how's it going? How's it going, guys?
Hey, man.
I just had to call because you said Hysteria was one of the greatest rock albums. You were such a girl, okay? Because that is like a girl rock album. That's the album you play when you're out trying to get laid.
Yeah, there you go. All right, when did that album come out? What year did that come out? Hold on a second. 87,
88 maybe?
Let's say 87, 88. Keith, what would you consider 87, 88 like to be a really good song or band back then?
Back then, I was listening to probably, that would have been So Far, So Good, So What by Megadeth. I was more into the thrash metal stuff.
All right, see, thrash metal was an acquired fucking taste back then for sure.
But for regular
everyone
rock,
wasn't into it.
For regular rock dudes, you didn't have a lot to pick from in '87.
Especially, the fucking thrash rock guys were not into anything that ended up on the radio.
Right. Yeah.
You guys were not into one fucking song that was radio friendly.
Guns N' Roses had what, 87?
They were pretty
86?
No,
Docking.
later than that, I think.
Docking
Later.
sucked.
No, it's
fucking song.
I remember the first time I heard Welcome. It had to be 86 was Welcome to the Jungle, right?
I thought it was closer to 90. Am I wrong?
That fucking record was amazing.
Yeah, later 80s, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I should have picked Appetite for Destruction. You're right.
Yeah, that's one of the best ever.
But Keith, my point is simple. Like in the mid to late '80s, we didn't have a lot to choose from. You had to go like old school, like the Who or Zeppelin or Sabbath,
or
there weren't a lot of great new bands
Material
coming
Girl,
out.
Madonna.
Yeah, I was listening to Zeppelin and all that.
You had
my
Guns N'
Brothers and all were into when they were kids.
Seriously, all right, really fast. Who else came out around '87? Guns N' Roses, Metallica was still underground. They were
Master of Puppets. That
no, Metallica was doing well by that.
No, they weren't.
I saw them in '86,
dude. But you were ahead of the curve. I'm telling you, Metallica.
Dude, 84.
No, I saw them in '86 opening for
But I'm just
Ozzy.
saying, Metallica didn't get airplay until they came out with the Black Album, and I was in freaking Buffalo, so that was like 19.
one was
one got airplay. One got airplay.
Yeah.
Not a lot, man. They were
all over MTV.
It was all over. Their videos were all over MTV.
One was the one.
What year was that?
Remember that fucking creepy one? Yeah.
It was, Johnny Got His Gun.
Yeah. That was fucking scary.
Oh, don't forget Whitesnake. Wasn't Whitesnake 87?
Whitesnake, yeah, okay. A lot of hair bands and shit. I was completely into Whitesnake.
Were you?
Yeah.
I mean,
because I saw them with Motley Crue in '87. That was a good tour.
Yeah, that's what you had. A lot of those bands.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But like, all right.
But that was kind of. And if you go earlier '80s, you had nothing but, like, believe me. There were guys that thought Journey was a fucking cool rock band to listen to.
Yeah, I used to listen to Journey.
Fucking Journey. And now you listen and go, Journey?
Early 80s.
Fuck was listening to that?
Early
Everybody.
80s, they tried to, retire the guitar, which was a sin.
Yeah.
No one was playing the guitar in the early 80s.
And synthesized drums.
Right.
That was going to be the wave of the future. The little pads.
Remember Sugar Hill Gang? They thought rap was going to be popular.
Yeah, those dummies.
All right, Keith.
I actually did a TV show with where the big surprise guest was Wonder Mike.
Jeez, Wonder Mike?
Yeah, look at that.
Wow.
Keith, I suck. You're great.
You told me about that time. That was that pilot that you did with the... Oh, no, that was Mikey. All right, shut up. Well, there's my
No
bell.
need. You're right.
I don't care. I'll ring it anyway.
And someone's calling me queer because I liked Cinderella. Fast Freddy.
No.
I'm not a fan of
the band or the story, because when she gets that, goes to the ball.
She didn't have a very good life. It worked out nicely.
Glass
for her.
slipper.
I think Cinderella was one of those bands that got fucked by grunge. They were a pretty cool bluesy band.
They were mixed in with too many other bands that were a little better at it than they were. If you were listening to Cinderella, by that point, what was wrong with the Motley Crue?
But Cinderella got swept out when fucking Nirvana hit. And
Cinderella was like,
give me a Cinderella song.
I hated that fucking singer too.
Tommy, was it Tom Keefe or something like that?
It always looked like he wanted to fucking give a blowjob to one of the bandmates.
Yeah, because they all had to look like that. They all were wearing the makeup and teasing their hair and shit.
Not a Cinderella fan. Oh.
Sounds like Wasp. Like Blackie Lawless.
Wasp was good.
They had one good
Big
song.
saw blade on his cock.
What was his one good song by Wasp?
Oh, fuck. I don't know. I remember.
I don't know Wasp.
They had one good. What a corny name.
Yeah.
Blackie Lawless.
I'm Blackie Lawless. I'm so bad
Oh, my
that I
God.
have a fucking table saw blade embedded in my cock.
Are the feds after you, Blackie?
Because he's lawless.
He certainly is. He don't pay attention to the rules.
Loose cannon.
Loose cannon. You're right. But they had one big song. I don't expect Eric to find. He'll probably find the acoustic version that they did in fucking '96.
Steve's in there helping. I remember. Let me slip in Foundry's Pendulum while I'm at it.
What was the...
Watermark.
People are saying, what about Billy Squire?
Billy Squier was huge at one point, and that was what you listened to.
That video where he's dancing like a 14-year-old girl.
Yeah,
you go, wow.
That was really bad.
Yeah.
Dude, Billy Squier.
But Stroke Me and that shit, that was...
Dude, let me make this perfectly clear, but Billy Squier came in when I was doing radio in Buffalo.
Yeah.
And I have no idea. No fucking idea. This is my opinion. I don't want to be sued, blah, blah, blah. Wow, did he seem like he was the gayest guy alive.
Did he?
Holy shit.
Wow. Interesting.
But you can't get sued for that.
I have no fucking
That was this precedent.
I have no...
Went to the Supreme Court and they say, well, you can't sue someone for saying you're gay because there's nothing wrong with being gay. There's no slander there.
Why is it a slam?
I went to court. It was I don't know if it was a Supreme Court or it was a state Supreme Court somewhere.
Yeah.
That was a couple of years ago.
And you're gay.
I only know I got sued for defamation once, so I watch all these. You can't get sued now just for talking shit about some guy on my website. But I said something that was like criminal, like I called him a crackhead or something. And they threw the case. I didn't lose. Like it didn't even get to court. It got dismissed.
Yeah.
But I got to pay a fucking lawyer to.
No shit.
Yeah,
but I made note of that.
Right.
Next time, call him a fag. I already get shot down in court.
I have no clue, but man, when he came in, I'm like, this is the same Billy Squier with all those MTV videos? Holy shit, what is this about? Who was he fooling?
Yeah, well,
a lot of people if you watch the videos.
That one video where his hands like
he really looked bad.
And that evidently killed his career. I saw it on some VH1 thing where they said, rock me tonight. You know that, but he's
dancing like a girl.
Yeah.
Priest was huge. Judas Priest.
Yes, they were.
That was big in the 80s.
They were big in the 70s too, though.
Were they?
Yeah.
Sure. Like you got another thing coming, which off. I want to say "Screaming for Vengeance" was the album name, with Electric Eye and stuff. I think that was very early.
Screaming
80s.
for Cock. Was that what it was off of?
No, his asshole was screaming for vengeance. Like, could you get the guy back who fucking opened me this big and fucking didn't close me? I'm gaping.
Prolapse me, I'll prolapse you, sir.
Screaming for stitches, breaking the law in certain southern states. Yes, you were.
Who's this?
This is Billy Squier.
Yeah, this is Billy Squier doing his dance.
I guess now it's pretty obvious if you look at this whole video.
Oh, what a fucking
what is
fairy.
that?
Look at the fucking bulge he's got going on.
I know, you gotta respect that.
Quite the
He
set of
came
balls
back out
on him.
on one of these tours with...
Oh my God!
What's he doing?
Maybe it was obvious.
Freddie Mercury was laughing at him.
Is he trying to be
He looks
cool?
gay.
Maybe I didn't know what to look for back then. I was just a kid when this shit came out.
He's trying to get the chicks.
Look at this.
Right?
Yes.
And by chicks, I mean guys. What a cock, though.
I know.
He's all ball bag, I think.
Sure is.
He's got nothing but ball bag.
Look at
What
that
a
ridiculous
fucking
move.
sucker he looks like.
Wait, where's the one where he does the...
Yeah, that's a video. This is like concert footage. The video that's...
All right, we'll try to
Find the hot one.
Find
Find one that's yankable.
Exactly.
That's something I could jack to.
I used to jerk off to Crimson and Clover by Joan Jett. That video because it showed her ass.
Really?
Yeah, I would jerk
Here
off.
we go.
She
This
was
is
so
the one.
unsexy.
This is the one.
Her ass
This
was
fucking man.
All right, here's Billy Squier.
Sweet. Yeah, he's in bed.
Satin
The
sheets.
blood on the satin sheets from his
Fecal
ruptured
smear.
sphincter.
There's a horse head.
Yeah.
You put on those PJs.
What is he doing?
Getting all dressed.
What a fruit. Hey, your sleeves are ripped.
Hey, what happened to that sleeve? It's not all the way ripped off.
What is he doing?
Fucking good call, Doug Stanhope.
Doug, he is doing the gayest little dance.
Oh my God.
Can you explain what he just did?
I can't even explain
He's
this.
snapping his fingers and swinging them from side to side.
What he did was the equivalent. Picture sucking a dick, but you're not sucking a dick, you're snapping.
Everything you're doing while you're sucking a dick.
Wow. God.
2 snaps up.
Wait, you're saying
in
that-
living color.
You're saying this is the video that fucked up his career?
Yes.
Because then people were kind of onto him?
Oh my God. He's
No, he's crawling on the floor.
Yeah.
crawl for dick.
No, he's just laying on the floor, writhing around, looking for a big hairy cock.
What the fuck is that? That could be the gayest video that you didn't know was gay.
He's rolling around. He's on
No, I
his-
think
on
this
his
is where
knees.
everyone couldn't. Like, I remember when I was like 12, I didn't know the Village people were gay.
I
And then
didn't either.
Yeah, but then you figure it out. This was where everyone figured it out.
Look at this dance. He looks like fucking, what's the name from Flashdance?
Yeah,
He's doing
Jennifer
like,
Beals.
Yeah, he's doing
he
the
just did it.
Flashdance dance.
He's like dancing on air. Now he's got a pink fucking.
He goes through a lot of shirts because he's tearing them off of
He's got a
himself.
pink girl shirt on right now.
I can't describe the dance he's doing.
He's like snapping left and right and swishing his hips.
Yeah.
Take me on your ass. God, what a faggot.
It's like what what Wham would do during one of their little dances.
Wow. Yeah, but see, I don't know. I was either like clueless or too young to know that this is a pretty gay thing going on right now.
This is the video that caused AIDS. 1983.
It came right off of this video.
The government released it. They said, we have to get rid of these people. This is unacceptable.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy, is he look gay.
Wow. I've never...
I
YouTube the Rock Me Tonight video.
Find a gayer video by a guy that most people thought was straight, I guess.
I defy you to find a gayer video.
Who the fuck watched this?
Don't make
and
us
said this
get
is
some
great?
Frankie Goes to Hollywood videos.
Not as gay as that. Dude,
Yeah.
the guy is gay, but that is
not as gay.
This is the gayest video. He's prancing in a pink shirt and rolling around in a silk bed and on the floor.
He's like... He's running
He's
around...
all but skipping.
He's running around like if Steven Tyler was gay. He's trying to do like Steven Tyler type moves, but it just comes across
And he's
really...
now he's all exhausted and
He's
out of
curling
breath.
his lip like Billy Squire. I mean, like
Billy Idol?
Billy Idol.
Yeah, he's doing the snarl.
Who thinks this is cool, though? Did he really watch? They have to watch this in post and go, that's
And
good.
there you
No,
go.
go closer on that one where I spin.
Oh,
Pick up
too
the
late to
guitar
pick
and
up the
put it up
guitar.
his ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now he's going to play on the elevator? What a
You're not going to be
faggot.
cool.
Oh, now he's with his band. Rock it out, man.
God, what a tool.
Oh, what the hell were people thinking?
Oh, he's wearing the pink tank top with a white sleeveless T-shirt under it.
So is that supposed to mean that he left his bedroom, walked back into the closet, and now he's with his band?
In the closet. He came out of the closet for a second.
Oh my, the 80s were awful. There's a guy with the brim hat like Hannibal Lecter
Yeah.
at the end of fucking Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah, playing the drums.
How terrible.
Wow, that was pretty bad.
And I think
That was really bad. Great find.
and I think the gay back in a lot of these videos from the 80s, you blended in because everyone else was wearing that weird shit that if you were gay, you blended right in.
Everyone kind of looked the gay.
Right, the gay gets kind of lost.
Yeah, so you kind of thought, wow, they were just kind of being cool.
Right.
Because a lot of these guys in these bands, especially the hair bands, very feminine moves and look, and that was supposed to be cool.
There really hasn't been a
What
look for the
happened?
last 20 years.
Let's
There's no look. You're not
Yeah,
gonna look
grunge-
back and,
grunge had
I
a
can't
look.
believe in 2000 I had a normal haircut and wore that T-shirt.
Grunge had a look in the 90s. Like, that was a definite look. Fucking the stupid hunting hat with the ear things on them. And the,
All right, but it's still mostly it's a flannel shirt and
flannel,
torn
kinda
jeans,
grubby
but-
and torn
yeah,
jeans. But
grubby.
that was kind of a look. Now it's fucking like emo shit. You got to have straight hair that's combed over one eye, and
but that's the extreme. But walking down the street,
awful.
nobody. I don't.
Hey, someone is saying, check out the Pet Shop Boys video where the guy is nude jumping on a trampoline.
that could be gayer than the,
What's the name of the song,
the
though?
Pet Shop Boys.
What's the name of the fucking song?
Faggot? I don't know what could
All right, let's
possibly.
go to Joe in Albany. Joe?
Yeah, I went to see Billy Squire back in like the late 80s, and I was always a big fan. I went to see him, and I just got this vibe, like that people were grabbing my ass. I'm nervously, everybody was talking with a lisp, and it was like just the weirdest.
Did a security guy
all
with
my Billy Squire albums?
Did a security guy with a headset come up and tap you on the shoulder and go, "Mr. Squire would like the pleasure of your company backstage after the show"?
No, but the same concert, the keyboardist, his longtime keyboardist, I thought it was a girl at first.
What, till it squealed? It's a very guttural.
Till I saw the cock.
See, This brings up something that we could discuss, and maybe I'm off here, but he hate me. He writes from New Jersey. Couldn't figure out that Squire was gay. Remember, this is the same guy that put out The Stroke, where there were a bunch of guys chanting stroke.
Stroke me, stroke me. But you
stroke men.
You kind of thought he was talking to
which is
the
actually
girls.
gayer.
But this
stroke men, not stroke me. The actual lyric.
But this could bring up a good conversation. Some of the stuff we watched on TV and stuff growing up, you had no clue.
No.
That there was a gay character or something. You just thought it was
like Halford was supposed to be a badass. You'd watch the priest videos and be like, "Wow, he's a badass. He's all in leather. He's wearing the leather biker stuff and the little hat like the Village People guy wore." And but then you look later on and go, "Oh, goddamn, was that obvious?"
But the point I'm making is like the Billy Squire video. A lot of us saw that, and we just didn't have enough knowledge to realize, holy shit, that is really gay.
Yeah.
And then you get older and you look back at some of this stuff you used to watch or something and go, "Wow, I had no idea." Like, did you know Paul Lynde was gay when he was doing, like, Bewitched?
Yeah.
See, I had no idea.
I'm kidding. I didn't.
5 years old.
He was just a funny guy.
But that's what I'm saying. You just thought they were funny guys.
He was the funny uncle guy that used to, come into your room
but
at
again,
night.
you go back to the whole Liberace thing where housewives wouldn't believe it.
Oh, they loved Liberace.
Yeah, they wouldn't tolerate anyone saying he was
there
gay.
he is, pulling this, a candelabra, putting it on his piano and playing. And talking like that. And people are just like, "Oh, he's great, Liberace." Yeah. Rock Hudson was like the manliest guy.
But, all right, there's a good example. You go and watch some of his old movies or old TV shows. Would it be very obvious now? Like, holy shit, of course he
Rock
was.
Hudson kind of covered it up pretty well, but you could see kind of occasionally when he'd look at John Shuck's ass in McMillan and Wife. John Shuck.
Jesus. Remember McMillan and Beard?
McMillan and Beard, yeah.
Hey. By the way, everyone's coming in with Right Said Fred, I'm too sexy, gayest video ever.
Yeah, but that was covert. Or overtly gay.
Yeah, okay.
That was like, you knew it was gay the second you saw it. It wasn't like...
What about Wake Me Up Before You Go? Is that gayer than the... Billy Squire one we just saw?
No,
pretty gay.
Well, this is pretty bad, too. A lot of people are pointing out this one, the Mick Jagger, David Bowie dancing in the street.
Oh, horrid. Horrid with the way they're, almost making out with each other.
And there was a rumor that they had sucked each other's dicks.
Bad dancing and...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you!
Thank you! Yeah, this is really bad. Talk about some gay dancing. The Mick is really tearing it up.
Almost.
Okay.
Thank you!
And then David Bowie, who's never been really that masculine.
Oh, my God.
What is he doing?
Traipsing.
Traipsing.
Oh, David Bowie fucking stinks. He has one good song.
Oh, I love Bowie.
And then they're they're in each other's faces, prancing and
Modern Love
singing
is a
to
good song.
each other.
Just imagine you and your pal doing that.
Yeah, right, exactly.
That's when you... Oh.
Look at them, they're going to kiss. Come on now.
What the fuck is that? They got their foreheads touching.
Oh my God! And Mick has a mullet. This is awful.
He still has that hair.
I bet they both smell chlorine as they're singing to each other like that.
Well, they both have Buddy Booth breath.
Oh, by the way, people pointing out the obvious. We all watched Brady Bunch growing up. Now, when you watch the old episodes of Brady Bunch, is it obvious that Mr. Brady's gay?
Not at all.
That's what I'm getting at. But some of this stuff you do look at, you're like, fuck, wow, of course.
There's one moment, though, where every house he designed looked like a cock. Like you didn't realize, why do they all have silo roofs? Oh, I see. That's all he designs is silos. Where the grain gets shot out the top.
It's stored in two huge bulbous little things at the base of the... Fuck you. I was trying to figure out what the hell it was.
That's right, the ladder's like a big vein going around.
Balls.
Bulbous
bulbous things that would...
All right, we'll take a break. Doug Stanhope on MySpace for all his dates. He's playing New England.
Yeah.
For the next week.
Worcester, Mass. Saturday. I'll just push that one. But everywhere else.
All right, cool. When we get back, we got the Hall of Fame of the 8-track porn thus far.
Oh.
We got the great lines from that one. We should play that for Doug, though.
You fucking cunt.
We got Dr. Adam Cox calling in today.
Can I see this
Dr.
book?
Cox is calling in today?
Dr. Adam Cox.
And what is his specialty?
Yeah, Dan, what's his specialty?
Understanding and fostering executive control.
Fair enough.
All right, so we want our audience to participate in this interview. And, guys, we know how you guys can be. So we want serious questions only.
Right.
You know, don't goof around. Serious questions only.
Book's called No Mind Left Behind.
What does that mean?
Understanding and fostering executive control, the 8 essential brain skills every child needs to thrive.
Okay.
Needs to thrive.
That's good. Oh, here's a picture of him. Again, serious questions only, people. Don't be goofing around. Why the richest kids don't get ADHD? ADHD.
Wow, this book looks
fucking slap across the face. That's what my old man would say. Hey, a smack across the face will cure that. I'll get your attention, you little fuck.
Oh boy.
Hang the strap on the doorknob at night. Oh, Anthony and Joe, they're talking a little too much. I'm trying to watch Ronan Martin's laughing. Anthony and Joe are in the room, and they're yapping. They're talking too much. Well, I'll go in with the belt, smack them a few times, and then hang the belt on the doorknob so it swings and the buckle kind of glistens in the light.
That's a hate crime.
And then let me tell you something, though. No ADHD. There wasn't attention deficit at that point. My attention was fully on that fucking belt and the not wanting it to hit my ass again.
Well, you didn't have that much back in those days. You didn't have that much trying to get your attention. The fucking news with the 10-minute ticker and fucking your iPod and your text messaging and your.
Do you think that's attention deficit?
Well, I'm just saying, there's so much bells and whistles in this world. Yeah,
it's like cool shit.
Yeah,
I call it cool shit.
I know, but you can't pay attention to any of it for long without.
Then the father should take it away and smack the kid in the head.
All right.
What are you doing? You know what my dad would do if he was here right now? He'd smell bad because he's been dead for 10 years.
Right.
Uncomfortable.
And he'd throw something against the wall, and little Anthony would get upset.
Little Anthony would get a tummy ache and yell to Mommy, I have a stomach ache. Please pay attention to me and my stomach ache so you would stop fighting. But they wouldn't. I would sit there with a tummy ache the whole night.
Fake tummy ache?
Fake tummy ache.
Yeah.
Because I just wanted to say that I had a tummy ache so that way my mommy would have to take care of me and they would stop fighting. But did they stop fighting? Selfish. No. The spaghetti hit the wall anyway.
Another thing is that
how many times meatloaf once too.
Kids aren't paying attention to shit that they don't want to fucking like history. Yeah, half the shit they're learning in school. Of course, they're not paying attention. Yes, because it's fucking boring and pointless to learn.
Teach them
there's a lot of
fun,
things
exciting stuff.
Yeah.
World War II.
Yeah, just the same way beating them with a belt. You know, entertain the fucking kids. Give them something interesting, and maybe they'll pay attention.
Hey, I had a lot of good times going out to the
I
bar.
don't give a fuck about 1492.
Columbus sailed the ocean blue.
See?
Yes. I remember the
discovered
Pledge
America.
of Allegiance and all this pointlessness. Oh, my kid's not paying attention. There must be something wrong with his brain. No, maybe there's something right with his brain. Maybe he's fucking smart, and you're trying to dumb him down.
Give him something.
Ooh, I like this.
Give him some lithium. That'll slow him down a little bit, so then he'll be with the rest of the class. That's what I think when they give those psychotropic drugs to kids. It's like this kid could probably be a genius.
Right. If Benjamin Franklin went to public school right now,
yeah.
He was trying to harness energy from the sky. He was trying
It's like,
key
wow,
on a
kid-
string. God, your kid's going to kill himself.
Kid's all like pumped up.
Yeah.
He's interested in lightning and shit. He's just fucked up. Well, here you go. Give him these, give him this, give him this.
That makes a great
He's
point.
fucking sleeping.
That's a really good point.
What are you doing, Ben? Inventing something? Nah, I'm fucking tired. I'm just going to sleep,
Ben,
Mom.
you wearing buckled shoes and high stocking socks. Are you a cocksucker? No, Father. I'm just going to fly a kite with a bow in my hair. He was cruising. He wasn't trying to discover electricity. That was the smoke signal for other faggots to show up.
Wow.
Ben Franklin's flying his kite again.
Yeah.
And then he's like, holy shit, I invented electricity.
Exactly. That was
I just wanted to suck a cock.
That was the equivalent of a Craigslist post, glory hole open. They'd see that kite, they'd come from miles around and get their dick sucked by Ben in the stocking shoes.
A little reach under my paunch. There's a little something for you.
That was a little tapping buckle shoe underneath the toilet stall.
Shiny buckle shoe and stockinged feet.
Your two buckles clang together as the feet hit.
Oh, look, the kite's up. Get those balls ready. Ben's sucking. Get my stagecoach. That Franklin boy is sucking again. And then he fucking got zapped by lightning, and the next thing you know, everything changes. He's like, I meant to do that.
Yeah,
He was embarrassed.
And then he was in the public eye, so he really couldn't cruise.
Right, the police are like, are you here sucking cock again? He's like, no, I was trying to discover something magic.
Electricity. Wait till you see what this shit does.
Absolutely. And Franklin loved cock. Worshipped it.
It's being boring. Chop Boys.
Bukkakeing on his bifocals that he invented. Oh, all the cum getting caught in that little crease between the two lenses. What'll I do?
That's why that fucking, who is it, Magellan or whichever one of those guys found that telescope? That's what it was. He was trying to watch his neighbor jerking off behind the shrubs in 1612. The neighbor boy was retarded and had a big retarded boy's
Galileo?
cock. Oh, was it Galileo? Oh, yeah, Magellan was a fucking sailor looking for cock all over the world. He wanted some more unclipped dick. He wanted black dick. He couldn't get it from where he was from. That's right, Galileo. His fucking neighbor would stroke his big retarded neighbor dick behind a fucking a juniper berry bush. And he couldn't get enough of that fucking kid. The kid was 15 and he had curly pubes. With a big retard dick. The boy was scared. He would try to hammer his own penis off in the barn because it was so big he thought it was the devil's work. Galileo had to peek at it.
Fucking Jimmy. Wow. Hey, we got the gay video up on one of the flat screens.
Oh.
A skid vid, Greg.
Oh, come on. Where did this come from?
I came from Newcastle in the north of...
What the fuck is this?
It's man-ass coming out of the water. They play this on MTV? I don't think so.
What is it? Unless they
it's
like pixelated it.
It's a nude guy jumping on a trampoline for a Pet Shop Boys video.
Oh, Pet Shop Boys?
Are the Pet Shop Boys gay?
This is gay porn for 1952.
It's with a dog. I hope the dog bit his dick off.
Or just grabbed his bag because he didn't know there was peanut butter on it by accident.
Dog. Oh, he just jumped over the dog's snout. Nude.
It's just nude men videos? What?
It's a guy just said...
Shaving his chest. There's a chick in the tub, but...
I know, she's laughing. Like, why am I in this video?
Yeah, what the fuck am I doing here?
Yeah, what do you need me for?
She's laughing at the irony.
I don't get it.
All right. Well, that's pretty... Yeah, that's pretty... All right, we're going to take a break.
Right. That's what we were going to do about 20 minutes ago.
That's right.
Yeah.
Couldn't help it. We just got sidetracked.
Oh, I love your theory on
I'm right. Believe me, I can prove it.
I'm going to go
Eventually
piss
I
and
will.
smoke and read up on Dr. Cox.
Devil's Work.
Alexander Graham Bell, what do you think he was doing? He just wanted to talk to guys who had bigger cocks all over the place. And he got sick of yelling out the window and being stoned by his neighbors. Who's got a big cock? And the rocks would come flying up in the window.
Invent the phone.
Exactly, so he had to talk through a can with a string. Picture cock. The guy went 11. He's like, oh, perfect. No one threw rocks at us this time.
Town crier for cock.
Paul Revere, please, the British are coming. He meant that literally. It wasn't a warning. It was a call to all faggots to run out with their mouths open. The British and their fucking 2-gallon capacity ball bags are coming. Open up.
I love that, it's not good enough that they just come running out of their houses. They come running out of their houses with their mouths open.
Right, I'm going. We got to get the British are coming.
They're wanting so much.
Yes.
That just the thought of them running out of their houses isn't good enough. They're running out to get cocks. No, that not only are they running out to get cocks, they have their mouths open already because they don't want to waste. They don't want to waste a second.
The British are coming, and what was happening at that time is that you'd go, look at all that cum, and while you said it, it was being spilled worthlessly in the dirt. So they learned that if you ran out with your mouth open, you'd catch more of that fucking British seed.
Hey, Jimmy, what do you think Ponce de Leon meant by the Fountain of Youth?
How do we ever win that war?
I kind of know who he was, but I'm not sure.
I was just setting you up with a softball on Fountain of Youth.
Discovered the Fountain of Youth, apparently.
Oh, okay, well, apparently that was he was a Ponce de Leon. He was a babysitter. So that's right. And
Fountain of Youth.
That's right. I forgot the whole controversy with the Jenkins boy. Yes, the mother walked in and said, "Ponce, why do you have your head in my boy's lap?" And he said, "It makes me younger to drink this."
It's the Fountain of Youth
from your boy's hairless faucet. Your boy's pigtail, smooth, hairless faucet. It's the Fountain of Youth, madam. Ponce, you at it again.
Should we take a break? We got Dr. Cox.
Yeah, Dr. Cox is
after the break,
in.
And more from little Jimmy Norton and Doug Stanhope. Stay there. It's O&A.
Lovely Nordic nymph, jiggly Jimmy Norton. No, that pulchritude is real. It's real. Smooth amoeba-like skin. Smooth where it counts. Shaved like a buxom baby. As hairless as a toad. Too much for one man. Without apology.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show on XM 202. The Virus.
My heart gets heavy, my blood getting cold. You change me into something that I just can't control. And you see me, girl, and then get out of my way. There's no love is swinging back the other way.
Oh, yeah. Talking about gay videos, here's one from Foundry. Our own Steve C. on lead vocals. It's Opie and Anthony, Doug Stanhope in Hay House.
Good morning.
Good morning to you, Doug. How are you tonight?
I'm pepping up.
So you got a show this weekend. Tell us about it.
Yeah, I'll be all over the New England states.
Go to
all of them but Maine. Fuck you, Maine.
Wow. Problem with Maine, do you?
No, I just don't have it on the schedule.
Oh, okay.
On the old schedule.
Fuck them anyway.
Dr.
Meriden,
Cox.
Connecticut. All right,
there you go. Dr. Adam Cox is calling in any moment now. His book is called No Mind Left Behind. This is something that our listeners are very, very interested in.
Are they?
Yes.
Yes, they are.
It's a fine book and has a lot of tips for your children. Let's say hi to Dr. Cox right now on the Opie and Anthony Show. Dr. Cox.
Yeah, hi. How are you?
Good. Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show.
Hey, I'm glad to be with you guys.
Yeah, we see that your book is called No Mind Left Behind.
Right.
What would you say the basic gist of the book is?
The basic gist of the book is that there are millions of kids being diagnosed with what's called ADHD, which is almost a very outdated concept.
Right.
Yeah, the idea is that, a lot of these kids are really having problems with things that go beyond hyperactivity and attention. And one of the problems in the United States is that we got so many kids being over-medicated with this psychiatric medication. And if you're a poor kid in the United States, you're a lot more likely to be medicated with this stuff than if you're lucky enough to come from a wealthy family.
Well, that's easy to say, Doctor, but do we have hard numbers?
Well, I think that the numbers are coming in, and I think that what it's all about, the reason for that is that if you come from a wealthy family, there's a good chance you either go to a private school or at the very least your family has access to expensive doctors who can give you the kind of information and guidance that maybe limit the amount of medicine that you're on or the
Yes, but Dr. Cox, I understand that, if I may interrupt, but isn't that just survival of the fittest? Shouldn't the most wealthy of the families be the ones that really do get... I mean, the world needs ditch diggers too,
Well, I certainly hope that's not the case. And let me tell you, to be honest, I was one of these expensive doctors for a lot of years, and I just got sick and tired of the double standard in children's health care. I get sick and tired of seeing so many kids unnecessarily on this medicine when there were things that schools and families could do to help these kids get their brains wired in the right direction.
So, Adam... Is it really possible to immunize a child or teenager for STD?
I really have no idea if it's possible to immunize a teenager.
Oh,
for an
immunize. What's that word again?
Immunization?
Immunization.
Yeah,
right.
immunization. You may remember it from way back when you got a shot when you were a kid.
Sure.
But the deal is that there are things that you can do. It's like, it's like a parent or a teacher is the conductor of an orchestra. There are ways that we can intervene with kids to actually rewire their brains to limit the extent to which they have these problems with focus, with problems with self-control.
Adam, if I may, not to interrupt, I don't like to, but it sounds good, but I have to take issue with you here. If you have, again, our experiences may be different. Page 148, I call your attention to. Emotional obstacles to living the considered life. Now, you say here some kids have trouble applying the skills they possess in high-profile situations, performing in public. And the example you give, Adam, if I may, Moira finds an excuse to drop out of a play at the time, last minute, because she hasn't learned her lines.
Right.
Yet she knows the lyrics of approximately 200 songs by heart. Eric is halfway through his college application but hasn't written his essay on time to apply to his top school. Eric says he forgot to check the deadline, and besides, their football team stinks. Elaborate, if you would.
Well, the deal there is that a lot of kids have anxiety and they freeze up at moments when they really got to perform. Hey, guys like you don't understand that because you guys are so good at this.
Exactly, and from wealthier families.
Yes.
What's that?
And from wealthier families.
Everyone at this table.
I have noticed people from wealthier families are just a nicer people to hang around with.
And shouldn't we, I mean, if it's going to make a ditch digger, just like Aldous Huxley's Brave New World.
Yes.
You know what? Medicate the dumb. You know, if they're gonna, if that's their lot in life is to pump my gas, why not give them pills that make
him happy doing
just that? Do you want their brains rewired so they're hyper aware of their lowly lot on this planet for 70 years?
Doctor, what do you think about giving drugs to people just to make them happy in their misery?
Like the same way beer makes a baseball game good, should we not give them drugs that will make a life of servitude?
Dr. Stanhope's making a good point here, sir.
Well, I think that the critical issue is that no matter what your job is in life, you want to have a sense of confidence and a sense of, that you have found your way and you're feeling satisfied with what you're doing. So, the medicine is not necessarily always a bad thing, but the point is that there's a lot of ways that are healthier to get to that same point of feeling like you can focus, of feeling like you can perform up to your ability without being dependent upon that medicine.
So, but you're saying sometimes the medicine is okay.
Yeah, I think it's
you're being
ridiculous.
glib. You're just being glib.
Demonizing medicine is like, not a good idea because medicine helps some people, and I make that point in the book as well. It's just that if we do things for kids before they reach that critical age, and guys, it's age 12, and let's be also clear that it's boys that are the target of this because boys get diagnosed with these problems 4 or 5 times more frequently than do girls.
Well, because women are really still second-class human beings. Men are still the people getting stuff done. If a girl's not concentrating, all she needs to concentrate on is feeding a baby.
Hey, let me tell you that one of the big things that science has contributed to understanding why boys are on this medicine is that if you look at the brain of a boy while he's paying attention in class, it's doing fine when someone's talking directly to him. And
why would you look at the brain of a girl? Who cares?
Well, the brains girls have a knack for listening so much better than do boys, and it makes a huge difference in terms of how they perform in school.
Interesting. Why is that? I don't even see how that could be. Aren't we all the same?
Imagine it this way, guys, and it's not just listening, but it's memory.
Right.
If you had to give somebody a list of 12 items that you wanted to get at the grocery store, would you rather that person be male or female?
It didn't matter as long as they didn't have Down syndrome.
Well, that could be true.
If that person's female, they're going to do a much better job of remembering because we guys remember almost only things that are important to us as individuals. So we guys are like computers for sports scores,
Yes.
for all this kind of, our favorite snack foods, but it's a problem in school.
So if we're going to the tranny store, you send Jim Norton.
Yeah. Dr. Cox, we got a lot of parents listening to our show right now. Let's get to the very important question here from your book. What should parents do if their child's teacher or family doctor says the child has an STD?
Well, it's not an STD. It's ADHD that we're talking about. And if somebody says that your child has ADHD, the first thing you should get ADHD, guys.
Oh, what's that?
Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder.
Oh, that makes this a little different.
You might have heard of it. It's been in the news a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
What has?
The first thing you should do is get a professional evaluation because some kids have food allergies or a learning problem or something else
and that can make them seem stupid.
And the second thing you should do is make it easier for kids to focus and remember. Like if they're in a classroom where there's a lot of distraction, if they're near a window, if they don't hear, if they're having some other kind of problem, you got to make sure that these kids have some way to focus that's easier for them.
Doctor, I understand, but what about a good old-fashioned, raised in the 50s and 60s, smack in the face?
Absolutely a bad idea.
Why?
Because,
Let me tell you something. I know how I was raised. I know how generations of people were raised in this country. It was called discipline. It was called getting the strap. It was called getting a backhand across the face if you didn't shut up. If you were hyperactive or had attention deficit. Let me tell you, if my attention wasn't on something that it was supposed to be, I got a smack across my face. All of a sudden, I'm paying attention to what I was supposed to pay attention to.
It's called discipline.
Doctor, discipline. Comment?
Yeah, you were. Discipline counts, but here's the thing. All the time, we moralize about these problems.
Yes.
And we say, hey, this kid isn't trying hard enough. He doesn't care enough. He doesn't feel it, deep enough. And it's baloney because the problem is that he's got a brain problem. And if we don't do something to help his brain work in an optimal way, all the discipline in the world, that's going to scare him. You may contain him for a few minutes, but you're not going to get him to really improve.
About the brain, my dad got to mine by having it shaken up against my skull a few times. And I seem to be a normal fucking guy.
I guess the jury's still out on that.
Well,
hey, you want to take a few?
That's cute. Come on now. Let's keep it fair. Let's keep it fair.
If you only knew, Doc. Can you take a few calls from our listeners?
I'd be happy to.
All right. We got Mike in Houston. You're on with Dr. What's your
Dr. Cox.
Adam Cox.
Oh, Adam Cox. I forgot. I'm sorry. Mike, go ahead.
Yeah, I thought I want to talk to the large Dr. Cox. I got this problem. I go to a public toilet and I freeze up, and as soon as I get out, I shit myself, and it's so embarrassing. And I just wonder if it has anything to do with my dad peed in my mouth a couple of times when I was little.
Oh, that's not a real question.
Man. Boy, I don't know. I think that's a complex problem that can't be unraveled on the air in just a few short minutes.
I think we were just goofed. I think we were just goofed.
Sorry, I believe we were goofed there.
I think that was one of those listeners of one of those shock jock stations.
I apologize.
Let's go to Barry in Seattle.
Hey, Doc Cox. I have a chubby little son named Eric, and I want to know if STDs play a role in his diet as far as eating mayonnaise a lot than his thinner brother.
Again, that goes beyond my expertise because I'm a psychologist. I know about ADHD, but not STDs.
ADHD he was talking about with his little fat kid, Eric.
What's ADHD?
ADHD is the virus that causes STDs.
Right.
Oh.
Is it?
That's a link I'm unaware of, but I suppose there's a possibility.
What is the ADHD? What is that?
Advanced Human Immune.
Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder.
Didn't it just used to be called ADD?
Yeah, but we've done away with that term now. The American Psychiatric Association now just uses this term ADHD, and it basically uses that as the term to describe people who are just inattentive, as well as those people that are not only have trouble focusing, but also are
the American Psychiatrics. Why would you listen to a group of crazy people and what they say?
Exactly.
On the phone, we got Paul. Paul, you got a question for Dr. Cox.
Hello, Dr. Cox. Doctor?
Hi.
How do you feel about spanking a child? Like you pull down their trousers and you slide down their underpants and you put them over in your lap and you give them a good spanking.
It's a bad idea generally to spank
Why?
kids. It humiliates them, and usually it's boys that end up getting spanked. And one of the worst things we can do with young kids is humiliate them.
But we all got spanked as children, Doc.
Sure.
Well, sometimes you give a very young child a short, light spank when they're going to do something that, like, run out into the street where they could really be at risk. But when we spank kids that get older than 3 or 4 years old, and we do it in a punitive way, and we humiliate them, and unfortunately, we grow up to resent the people that spanked us.
Did the senior Mr. Cox spank you, Doctor?
I think when I was a very young child, I probably got a couple of spankings.
And you grew up to be a successful psychiatrist. Are you a psychiatrist or psychologist?
A psychologist.
So you can't prescribe any drugs, right?
That's right.
Oh, damn. All right. We really don't need to continue with this call. I was hoping to get a contact. I'm teasing, of course. The humor is part of the program. Dr. Cox, ADHD. What does that stand for?
Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder.
I got an observation here. It seems like you know a lot about this subject. What are you going to do with all this info?
Well, what I've been on is a crusade across the United States talking to schools and families, communities, about how we can intervene
Now,
with
when you say
kids.
crusade, are you trying to wipe out Muslims?
No. My crusade is against a pharmaceutical industry that has committed itself to over-medicating
But why travel the country when you could write a book on the subject?
Well, I've decided to do both, so it's really working out well.
Hold on, Dr. Cox.
Wait, he's got a book on the subject.
Oh, cool. I think he said he's working on it.
I just want to make sure we get this out.
You're working on a book as well, Dr.
Well,
Cox?
the book is out. You've got it there. No Mind Left Behind.
Oh, this?
And the 8 essential brain skills every child needs to thrive. Hey, and by the way, guys, if somebody actually wanted to find out what these 8 brain skills were and whether their kids were up to snuff or not, on my website, dradamcox.com, DRADAMCOX.com, there's a checklist. You can check it out and find out for yourself if your child might be having a problem with one of these 8 skills.
Yeah, and if they are you suggesting that we try to raise super kids?
No, I'm so glad you asked me that because sometimes people say, are we trying to raise these kids who are like, super productive and super efficient? Well, not really, but if we don't try
What's
to
the number one reason these kids are prescribed medication?
Is because they have behavior problems.
And how should someone handle a teacher who insists a child should be on Ritalin?
Yeah. Hey, I mean, have you guys heard of the concept?
Are you suggesting we try to raise super kids?
What's that?
Are you suggesting we try to raise super kids?
I am not suggesting that.
Is it too late for teenagers? Can we still build their brains?
That's an interesting question.
We can still build their brains.
How should some teachers handle a teacher who insists a child should be on Ritalin? I believe that was asked earlier.
Gone through a bunch of things. But the main thing is to find out
Doctor,
exactly
if I may, what practical things could a parent do immediately to make a noticeable difference?
Caller, you're on the air.
Please answer in 30 seconds or less.
Well, some of the things...
When you're talking about building capable kids, what do you mean?
What I mean are kids that can focus.
Are you
kids that can
suggesting we
perform up
try to raise super kids?
The bottom line is that...
Is ADHD a real problem? Why is it so common these days?
Well, it's common because
why do boys get diagnosed with STD so much more frequently than girls do?
Right.
It's very tough for kids to step up to the plate and perform.
I'll tell you who tried to raise super kids.
We tried to raise super
Hitler
kids?
in 1939 attempted to raise super kids the way you are.
In the early mid-30s to begin with, and then the later 30s, there was a gentleman that was trying his own plan of raising super kids.
And if we hadn't cock-blocked him, he might have
you know who that
succeeded,
was?
and maybe you can succeed too,
I think
Dr.
you know
Cox.
who that was, Dr. Cox. You know how that was?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
Hey,
I wish everyone could be as successful as you guys, but some kids need a little bit of help.
Right. Dr. Cox.
His name was Mitch Cumstein.
Dr. Cox, on page 205, it says...
Don't scan. Find where you want to be. Can these super kids leap over buildings in a single bound?
Right. But super kids
Right.
are also kids that are super efficient, super productive.
Got it.
Yeah,
And
Paris thought we have
sometimes-
some of those.
Yeah.
Like tweakers.
What's that?
Yeah.
Super efficient and super productive,
Let me
like
ask-
tweakers.
We got a call coming in from Don the trucker. Don, you're on with
Dr. Cox.
Dr. Cox.
Good morning.
I have it here somewhere. It's Dr.
Hi, Don. You're on with the good doctor.
Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning, doctor. I just wanted to know, doctor, are you actually endorsing withholding medication from children with STDs?
Oh.
Hello?
Oh. Well. That didn't go well. Oh.
What was he on about?
What did he have to say?
It wasn't being.
Never even got to
that-
his point.
That didn't go well.
What happened?
What happened to the caller? The caller, asked a real question, and he hung up.
Stumped the doctor.
Yes.
You know what? I don't think he'll ever finish his book if that's his attitude.
No.
Yeah.
He really seems to be a little lazy.
I know.
Sounds to me. I'm sorry.
No discipline. Go ahead.
Sounds to me like the old doc needs a dose of stick-to-itiveness.
Yes.
What
He
happened?
probably has ADD.
I'll say.
What's that?
Right.
I think it's AD. It's
HD TV.
HD TV.
Yes.
He's got high definition television.
Yeah.
Is that a problem?
Yeah, it takes your attention away from book writing.
Wow. That's right. Are you suggesting we try to raise super kids? How many fucking times? Oh, God. Fucking authors. We are just the worst, man.
Why did he hang up?
I don't know. He had it.
I'll tell you why. Because he was being stumped with some tough questions.
Yeah.
And they don't like to be called to task.
See, we put them to the test. We do. A lot of stations just gloss over these things, ask them the questions, they give the answers.
Sure.
We give them impossible questions that could never be answered. All at the same time.
Right.
Right.
It was fun.
Right.
I actually stole that. I'll tell you where I got it from. Bob Kelly played a prank phone call for me one day. It's a guy pretending to be an older black gentleman, and he's calling up to have his VCR repaired. And the VCR guy is trying to talk to him over the phone. The guy keeps going, right. And he curses too much. The guy, this is like...
Let's bring it in.
That sounds funny.
Man.
It's before the Jerky Boys, I think. But the guy's like, and the motherfucking RCA, a VCR, and the guy would try explaining it, and the guy would go, right.
That sounds funny.
Oh, dude, it's a very funny prank call. If anybody out there might know who it is, that's why I'm saying that.
Yeah.
All right, we got this.
Now push your ass in my face and let me tongue fuck you.
Clean your gut out with my tongue before you wash it.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. These are these clips from, it was actually called audio porn. Back in the 70s, they came out on 8-track. And you'd listen to these instead of watching porn. And it's not audio from a porn movie. It's they went into a studio and poorly did these.
Well, that's right. Phone sex. The 976 numbers you'd call, listen to the
remember
recorded
those?
stuff.
976.
Yeah, the telemarketing job where I just, dial for free.
Yeah,
Put it
yeah.
on the company bill.
We used to go into the job trailers that when they're building a new development, the trailer is there for the job super and stuff. We'd go in there and pick up his phone and just call sex lines. It must have been hundreds of thousands of dollars.
But it was before live stuff. It was all that recorded stuff.
This is recorded
I'm
from
Carmen,
an
the
8-track.
anal queen.
And we're keeping track of all the really great lines from this.
The acting is horrid.
This is like
this woman sounds like this. I can't believe you're fucking me.
Lick my
Yeah, lick my cunt. Like Mrs. Howell is getting bagged
They
by
get
the professor.
organ music from the old radio shows,
Yeah.
the old radio serials. You're licking my pussy.
Yes.
Yeah. Here we go.
Wonderful.
Roll over, damn it.
Not on your life, baby. You left out the best part. Put your tongue up my asshole and start licking.
Start licking.
See?
Right. Come on, Gidget.
It's a man who means business.
Certainly does.
Right.
Oh, Dr. Cox calling back?
Well, what happened?
What happened, Dan?
It got dropped, right?
Oh, by who?
I love that.
What?
Yeah, I don't think he hung up.
Oh, what happened? Why don't we?
Try to get him back?
Yeah, let's get Dr. Cox back.
Bite me, fuck me, baby. Fuck me. Bite me and fuck me. Put your hands under my ass and shove your cock up into my belly. Oh, baby, you big baby.
I think that's a fantastic example of ADHD. Bite me, fuck me. Bite me, fuck me. She can't commit. She doesn't know. Put your hand under my ass. What do you want?
What do you want?
Do you medicate her so she just wants to be bitten? Or
yeah, bite me, fuck.
Hey, baby, this is heaven, lover. Oh, you sure as hell are a born cocksman. Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a Foley guy there with 2 coconuts.
Hello?
Hello, is this O&A?
Hey, Dr. Cox.
No, this is...
No.
Hold on. Hello?
Hi, I'm here.
What happened?
I don't know. I think something happened on your end.
No,
who's this?
This is Dr. Adam Cox.
Oh, Dr. Adam Cox. Why are you calling the show today?
Well, you guys asked me to call you back.
Oh, we just talked to... Is that
Yeah.
the guy we...
Who?
You were just talking to me. That's right. The book, No Mind Left Behind.
What?
No.
It's over by you.
No Mind Left Behind.
Oh, that's a... what's that book about?
It's a book about helping kids avoid this problem we call ADHD.
See, what you got to do is get another idea, because if you keep writing the same book over and over again,
we just talked to an author 10 minutes ago who had the same idea for a book.
Isn't that a coincidence?
It
Yeah,
certainly is.
All right, so what can you tell us about this STD thing?
Well, you guys, I think by now we've established it's not STD.
No, it's HD TV, which is fantastic. You watch the game on it?
No.
No? It's clear as a bell. It's a wide screen, and you feel like you're right on the field.
Built for super kids.
Exactly. HD TV. Love it.
Hey, on page 261, why did you thank Morano Estroff?
Why did I thank her?
Yeah.
She's an editor at Psychology Today who has done some good work.
Doctor, being a psychologist, how do you feel about testing pregnant mothers for the possibility of Down syndrome? I'm not kidding. I don't know why you're laughing at Down syndrome.
As a psychologist, I don't really have an opinion on that.
Why would you laugh at Down syndrome? That's not funny.
Well, no, it's not funny. But
why would you laugh at Down syndrome? I don't know
they're
if we
talking
can
about
continue
tests
this conversation.
that can show if a child's going to have Down syndrome. And I'm wondering how you feel about that as somebody who's dealing with medications in children with learning disabilities.
I'm starting to get the feeling that you guys are like, the guys that I should have helped with my book many years ago because you're so distracted. You could have benefited from this stuff.
But if we could prevent these children from even entering the world, wouldn't that be preferable to you having to treat them and write books when you could be out having a nice time?
That would not be preferable.
I need a lot of help. What could you help me with?
Well, yeah.
Nature or nurture, doctor? Nature or nurture with this
it's always a combination of
ADHD?
both, isn't it?
ADHD-wise. Do you think there could be a test in utero that we can see if there is, and then maybe, pull out that plum tomato before it grows into a burden?
Well, you'd never want to do that, but of course you're right, in that there may be a test one day that will then allow us to start helping these kids very early in their lives.
Perfect race.
So you're thinking of dropping a few Xanax into a vagina so the child can actually maybe have them before he comes out?
No, I wouldn't be thinking of that.
So you're saying that Planned Parenthood should have a dumpster full of Pete Rose wigs?
What I'm saying is that parents can do remarkable things if they start early enough.
Why are
in a
you
kid's
laughing
life.
at that joke? That's horrific.
So you're saying that it is the parents' responsibility for the ADHD, and perhaps they're the problem?
I don't think that parents cause ADHD, of course not, but I think parents can do a whole lot to minimize the effect in a kid's life, and is nothing so bad as getting to 5th or 6th grade and not having had any help, and then suddenly you feel overwhelmed because that's the age when kids, especially boys, turn about 10 or 11, and they haven't had any help. They're in way over their heads because school gets very complicated by the time you get to 5th or 6th grade.
Now, how come some kids can hack it and others are slackers?
Well, that's just one of the differences. Why do some kids play football and some kids can't? I mean, it's just the way that we're all a little bit different.
Well, that's more physical.
Race,
more physical than mental. Yes, and race does come into play in certain aspects of that, but that's more a physical attribute than mental, sir. Doctor, I'm thinking it's all in the upbringing. I'm thinking, and is this predominantly an American disease?
That's a great question.
I know it is. I asked it.
It
Anthony.
is more of a problem in America, and the reason for that is that we live at a crazy pace. The pace of our culture is so hectic, and we push kids so hard to be productive, to be efficient, to be super kids, that a lot of these kids...
Are you suggesting we should try to raise super kids?
That's asked and answered, fellas.
When you
super
raise
kids?
this breed of the master race, what will the world look like in 100 years?
Good question.
I have no idea because I'm not involved in that plan.
Yeah, but because you're against raising super kids, we found that out.
That's right.
I just want to know, what would be the problem with a race of super children? Do you see kind of a children of the corn scenario?
Yeah, that's right, because it just escalates and there's no end to it, and I'm just afraid that, we would have a bunch of kind of, robots out there performing up to like some kind of super high expectation, and we would lose the flavor
Bobby
of childhood.
Fischer couldn't concentrate on his schoolwork because he was just playing chess all day, what would you medicate him with?
Right.
I don't know that I'd medicate him with anything.
All right, let's go to the phones. Matt from Queensbury.
Hi. I'm glad you got the doctor back on. I had a question for the doctor.
Yes. You're on with Dr.
Adam Cox.
Oh, hi, Doctor.
Oh,
Cox.
hi, Adam.
I have
to the
a
program.
son. He's 8 years old. He's in third grade this year, and some things he's really advanced on, and other things he's kind of more, average, middle of the road. And I'm pretty much okay with that. But it seems like you're suggesting that we should be building super kids, and I'm just wondering if that really falls into something I should be looking at.
Well, I certainly don't think you should be trying to raise a super kid, but you might want to give your son a little bit more
thanks for the question, Matt.
an edge.
Billy in Connecticut.
Yeah, hi, Dr. Cox.
Hello, Bill.
With perfecting all of these flaws with every children at such a young age, are you suggesting that we raise super kids?
Are we back from break yet? Oh, we're on the air. Okay.
Yeah. Super kids. Dr. Cox, comment.
Let's go to Chris in the Poconos. Chris?
Hey, guys. I'm very interested in this. I got a couple kids. Both of them have ADHD. And
Sorry to hear
I went
that,
to the website, and it was appalling. It was drcox.com. It was nothing but porn.
Dr. Cox, comment. Is there maybe a website that's close to your website? Because he's saying that. Well, you got to think drcox.com would have a lot of cocks on it.
How did you spell Cox?
COX.com.
COX.
Lots of valuable, useful information for parents.
All right.
I got it.
Especially you guys. You guys ought to be checking out my website because there's a ton there that can help you.
Well, yeah, you should have been really upfront about the spelling ahead of time.
Yeah, that would have helped. Dr. Cox, are you suggesting we raise a race of children that go to supercuts?
No, I'm not suggesting.
No? Yeah, bad haircuts there. Right. It's cheap, but there, it looks like a bowl was on their head.
Let's go to Jamie. You're on with
Dr. Adam Crotch.
Jamie?
Hello? Yes.
You're on with
Dr. Dix.
Hey, doctor, first of all, I want to ask you, how can you even use a fucking term like
Watch your language.
dropping a Xanax in somebody's vagina that's a child? And for all you pompous asses that think you know something about children, you got to have one before you know what's going on with children.
Which makes me kind of wonder, does anybody there have kids?
I do. I have three children.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
do, Doc.
You fucking doctor, he fucking says something like that. What kind of fucking term is that?
Hey, language.
We understand if you have a disagreement with his...
yes. But I know a lot of people are upset about you suggesting that we raise super kids.
And
it's
fuck you, man.
It's preposterous.
Fuck you.
And hey.
How do you even use a term like that regarding a child?
Dr. Cox, language, please.
You saying you don't want to raise super kids?
I hung up on him. Doc, I do have 3 kids.
You do?
Yes, and only 1 out of the 3 has HD TV. So,
yeah.
We're talking about technology here, right?
How many children do you have, Dr. Dix?
I have one.
Okay.
One child, a perfect super child, I suppose.
So Harry,
that would be great.
Harry.
His name is not Harry Cox. Stop it. Stop with the juvenile humor. Yes.
Can I help you?
Is Anita on the phone? Anita.
All right, we're on the air.
Is that
in 3, 2,
sister?
Anita.
And go. Anita Cox?
So Black, is your book out now or is it coming out?
The book is out. No Mind Left Behind.
Is it in libraries?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get it at your local library. Frankly, I don't care where you get it as long as you read it because I want you to help your kid.
Well, yeah, I have a hard time reading because my mind jumps around a lot. Is there an audio book?
I got to ask the good doctor, if this book is about ADHD, right?
Yeah.
Why would you... How many pages is this thing? Why wouldn't you just put a lot of information on the first 2 pages and keep the rest of them blank?
They just keep going back anyway.
Simplify.
I got to tell you, if someone had helped your parents with you guys, we wouldn't. This conversation would sound very different.
Isn't it the worst? I know.
What's wrong with this conversation?
Hey, man.
Right. We're getting some nice
distraction. I don't know what is.
We're getting
the
some
doctor we
info out
talked
there.
to before you a few minutes back, that went quite smoothly. So maybe the onus is on you, sir.
Yeah, let's go to Jay in Philly. He's got a good question for...
Right.
Hey, guys.
Adam,
does
that's
Dr.
right,
Cox
Adam.
have any kids of his own?
Yeah, he has one, I believe.
Yeah, one child.
Oh, so he's raising...
No, he has 3 children.
No, he has one.
Oh, that's
Dr.
you.
Cox has
You have
3
3.
Dr. Norton.
Oh wait, no, I have children. I'm sorry, I forgot.
Dr. Norton has
what?
3. Looking for a caller with it. We have so many calls coming in with
It's
just
amazing.
fantastic
a lot of people
questions.
want to talk about this. Wade in Minnesota. Wade, you're on with...
Yeah.
Wade,
you're on with...
Doctor.
Doctor, I got a problem. I'm wondering if I might be a little ADHD because I'm trying to count the cars in that, and I keep we keep a good count of the cars, and every time I go through to try to count them, I come up a little bit short. And I got this plan, and I can't really put it together. Wondering if maybe going through the good doctor and maybe he might be able to prescribe something because I keep kind of going in different directions. Do I need a wood chipper, eh?
It sounds like you may have a problem with distraction, or you may just have a problem with counting.
I think you are asking the question of the wrong person. You should be talking to a doctor. This is a writer we have on the phone that's written a book about doctors treating ADHD.
Yeah, so no. We keep good count of the cars. We got them.
Yeah.
We got them all.
Oh, those are some sweet numbers.
So it's a hell of a plan there.
Have you always wanted to be a writer?
Yeah.
Have I always wanted to be a writer?
Yes.
No. For many years, I was an artist. I became a doctor by accident.
Oh, an artist, a painter or sculptor? What type of artist?
Yeah.
A painter.
What's your fascination with doctors?
No fascination with doctors.
Then what's your fascination with cocks?
When I was an artist, I ended up teaching young kids how to paint and draw. I came to the realization that was my calling. I work with kids, and I've spent my life trying to help kids become as good as they can be without putting them in a situation where
when did you realize you had the ADD?
I'm blessed. I don't have ADD.
Good. Thank God.
Then how can you possibly write about it?
Yeah, did you guys play the...
Well, because I spent over a decade working with kids that do have that problem.
Excuse me, lover of, is this your first book or is this your second book?
Second book.
Oh, what was the first one about, sir?
It was called Boys of Few Words.
And that was about autism.
About boys who have trouble communicating and expressing themselves.
Well, of course.
Not you guys.
No. I would assume
I
that
grew
was
up
about
old school. My dad, if I had trouble communicating, he'd smack me in the head and say, "Get the cock out of your mouth and speak, motherfucker." And that's how do you react to that type of?
I think it seems to explain an awful lot.
That's a horrible thing that he should probably look into now that he's older, and perhaps you benefit from some type of psychiatry.
Eat a lot
psychologist. Yeah.
Hey, Craves Unclipped. What would you say is the greatest mistake parents make?
That's a good question.
What would I say is the greatest
greatest mistake? Yeah.
Wow, that's a big question. The biggest mistake they make about what?
About raising their children, of course, and doing things that will foster an attitude or an atmosphere that would be conducive with ADHD. But like, what is the best way? Would you say if somebody wants to kind of step in and circumvent that, like without it?
Well, the number one thing that they can do is to try to.
That question is brought to you by Sammy's Aluminum Siding. Sammy's Aluminum Siding, 423-3112.
Sorry, just had to get that in. Hey, ADHD or AD Blu-ray? What do you think the future holds?
Man, I don't even know what AD Blu-ray is.
Yeah, say it's like beta. Which is easier to treat, a 720p or a 1080i?
Again, I'm afraid I'm not an expert there, guys.
Thomas the Trucker, you got a question for...
Hello?
Hey, Thomas the Trucker.
You got a question for...
Dr. Adams.
Adam.
Doctor...
I heard Dr. Cox saying spanking's a bad idea. I was wondering if he had any other suggestions for discipline.
Well, there's a lot of different ways that you can discipline.
Would mouth fucking work?
Oh, my goodness.
I'm sorry?
My goodness.
You don't want to hear that, sir. That was obviously a prank caller. I'm really sorry
But he
about
did,
that. I don't know where these people come from.
I have noticed
sometimes.
a lot of drug commercials on, Doctor. Over the past 10 years or so, we just seem to be inundated with these drugs. For the slightest problem, we're supposed to go ask our doctor about this. How do you feel about that?
I think you're right. I think that's an excellent point. That
Thank you.
We
Yes,
seem
Anthony
to
again.
become over-dependent upon medicine for all kinds of things, including when we kids have like a
Hey, baby, this is heaven, lover.
Exactly.
Oh, you sure as hell
That's how
are
I
a
feel.
born coxman.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it this way. Oh,
That's how I feel. If I would care about your answer if I just hadn't had so much Xanax today. But that's a good answer to a great question.
I'm glad you think so.
Yeah. Have you ever been on any type of psychiatric drugs?
Well, I'm not sure how that's relevant to our interview here today.
Oh,
guys.
that's a yes. Because it would almost give some validity to the anti-drug stance you're taking.
Yeah. Well, the important thing is not what medicine you guys have taken or what medicine I may have taken, but the important thing is that young minds.
My child has what they call leukemia, and they try to push a lot of drugs on us, chemotherapy, radiation, and I say no. We're doing this all natural.
Right. It's a very different
herbal
situation.
teas.
It's a life-threatening situation, and you need to use. In that case, of course, medicine is going to be the best option. But what we're talking about, guys, what the book is about, are what we call options of first resort.
Options of first resort.
Right.
Now,
the medicine should be an option of last resort, and what I'm writing about are the options of first resort. What should you do before?
Tom in Westchester, you got it.
Gotcha.
Dancing with Gay Guys is on Springer.
Tom?
Hi, guys. Listen, listen, I'm trying to raise a super kid.
Yep.
And he's 11 years old, 142 IQ. We went into the bedroom where he was supposed to be studying, and he says to us, he's in my wife's dress, he says, I like to wear nail polish and watch werewolf movies.
Isn't that young? I remember your call. His name is William, right?
His name is Young William.
Yeah.
So what do? I tried my best, and he's wearing ladies' dresses. And
let him do as he pleases. Right, Doctor?
Yeah.
All right, William, come on out, William. Come on, William, talk to the doctor.
Doctor,
William, please.
Thank you.
I don't think William's queued up.
Doctor, are you a fan of Yellow Discipline? I'm
a fan of what?
Yellow Discipline.
Oh, yeah.
For kids
I don't
that
know
are
what that
suffering
is,
from
guys.
ADHD.
Yeah.
I don't know what Yellow Discipline is.
Oh, okay.
A child that's afraid of monster rain, say, where that's something he really should be taking part in.
True.
That freezes up right before the monster rain.
Yeah, that's not something I know anything about.
Another thing that. So you think these drug companies are making a big bucks off of our children when this could be treated in the home just by parenting and lessons that can be learned from your book?
Absolutely.
Now, the 5 things you must do if they say your child has STD.
I would say to the teacher, probably something, excuse my language, but I'd say bullshit. You're the one that's screwed up, and then I'd grab my kid by the arm and pull really hard and get him out of there, that school.
Yes.
Hey, let me ask you guys about this, because here's one of the 5 things you should do is You should be a coach rather than a boss. Everybody hates the voice of a boss, but people kind of like and respond to the voice of a coach. You know what I mean?
You know something? It's more of a boss is talk down to you. A coach or something is more talk you up.
Motivates you.
Right. And our boss
like
is a drunk.
Great. Yes, that's exactly the difference.
Yes.
And also,
again, Anthony. My name's Anthony Cumia, by the way.
I like to think of myself as the Bobby Knight in my son's life.
Well, probably a bad coach to take an example of.
Well, it's effective.
You choke your kids.
Yeah, that's not what a coach does, but a coach can be very demanding. Hey, you guys watched football yesterday? There's a lot of very demanding coaches on
Certainly
TV.
did. Made a bundle.
They're hard on those players, but the players play up to their ability because they're not talking to them like they're a boss. They're not talking down to them.
Yeah, and they all shower together at the end, and that's what...
That's what made Bill Parcells great.
Spinning
so shower with your children.
3
donuts
jokes
in the
over and over.
No, 3 jokes.
Line of the day is brought to you by BowDogFantasy.net.
Variations of the 3 same tired jokes for 40 minutes. There's no game plan, and it shows. Let's try and wing it. Smash into a brick wall. 10:08.
Let's do line of the day. It's brought to you by BowDogFantasy.net.
Keep hoping for magic. Just shit this is. Questions handed to us last minute. Could have had them an hour before we could have just changed them a little bit and had some fun. Fucking 5 dopes jumping over each other to say something obnoxious. We should all be shot. We should all be shot in the mouth with a shit gun. No fucking game plan whatsoever. A room full of fucking 10-year-old shit dicks trying to say naughty things to the doctor. Maybe this will bring us out of the fucking spiral that we've been in for an hour.
Just dancing with gays on both channels now.
Jimmy summed it up perfectly.
Christ.
Same 3 stupid gags.
Oh, God, it was endless.
Dr. Cox.
Worked for the Stooges.
Dr. Cox.
Dr. Cox.
Want to apologize.
Are you suggesting...
if you say super kids one more time, I'm going to punch you.
Are you suggesting that we raise a nation of radio personalities who don't do their homework?
We got enough.
Yeah, I think so.
No mind left behind. Adam J. Cox. Good luck to you, Doc.
Hey, thanks a lot for having me, guys.
All right, just hang
Hold on, Doc. I want you to
Good
hear
for your
something.
book. All right. Little recitation.
I stand corrected. Same 4.
Same 4 jokes. Thank you, good doctor.
All right, have a good one, guys.
All right, buddy.
You too, sir.
He was a good sport.
Who was that?
It was Dr. Adam Cox. Go to dradamcox.com, I believe.
And how pathetic. We can only come up with 4 cock jokes.
Oh, the same cock jokes.
Very full of...
Oh.
But just
I'm surprised that Hey Would You Blow Me didn't show up.
I was trying to figure out how to work that in, actually.
Were you?
Yeah.
Just the fact that we're just making penis jokes about the man's name being Cox. And like waiting for the laughter to ensue from those in their car.
The funniest part of that whole fucking hour was Jimmy's last fucking 3 minutes.
I just couldn't
The
take
truth
it.
didn't hurt. It was hysterical.
How many times am I going to go right and hope for something different?
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
It had its moments.
Yes. At fucking 10:07 and 11:09. 11:06.
Shit. BowDogFantasy.net brings you line of the day. You got the free live scoring and stats, bios, news.
Bo, could you get my truck, please?
That will help you win big this season in fantasy football. It's all at BowDogFantasy.net. Travis is playing the listeners.
Poe getting my truck brought to you by BowDogFantasy.net.
Yes. Here's a runner-up line of the day. Go.
And you're wearing buckled shoes and high stocking socks. Are you a cocksucker? No, Father. I'm just going to fly a kite with a bow in my hair. What a fruit. He was cruising. He wasn't trying to discover electricity. That was the smoke signal for other faggots to show up.
Jimmy, you're a scream.
Oh, somebody once told me I was a panic.
There's another runner-up line of
to the bowl over and took his arm. He did a swipe move with his arm and took half of it. And then, ran off.
I've seen that same move on YouTube in jewelry stores.
In the jewelry store. It is. It's the jewelry store wipe.
Doug Stanhope on MySpace.
Yeah.
Thanks for the fun today.
Thanks for having me.
And I'll be
going
at
to drive
Gotham
for 5 hours.
I'm sorry, no, I'll be doing an interview show at Gotham Comedy Club tonight at 8 o'clock.
No, you're not.
With Richard Belzer.
No, you're not.
I will be.
No. Here's the last runner-up.
E is for the ears that Dad used to hold.
And R is for the retard they aborted before me. It was sung in tune, too, in key. Fucking good.
Bodogfantasy.net. Here is your line of the day.
Here comes line of the day. Line of the day. La la.
This is the video that caused AIDS. 1983.
It came right off of this video.
I use this.
Shot in the mouth with a shit gun was the line of the day.
Yeah. I've been to many gun stores. I've fired many weapons. Never fired the elusive shit gun.
No.
Look forward to it, though.
Fucking shit gun right in the mouth. That's the worst because you're yawning like, it's a shit gun. And they fucking, instead of putting it away, they fire it right at your mouth. It's like an elephant gun, but fucking warm dung comes out of it. Dung with hay in it. It's like fucking animal shit. It smells like oats and there's fucking pieces of hay sticking out of it and grass. Right in your fucking yap.
With that, we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yes, we will. Oh, Ellen goes trick-or-treating this week.
Oh, does she?
Yeah, she's going to open her bag from door to door, hope someone throws a cunt in. Do you have a Hershey's cunt? That's a bunch of kisses shaped like a fucking gaping hole with a fucking chunky bar clit. Could you smash my face with that? I'd like a Hershey chunky cunt, please. Would you? Just dump sardine oil into her bag, tell her to put it on her head. Fucking stupid she is.
We get it. She's a dyke.
I know. How many ways can I spin that? How many more fucking funny vagina things can be thrown into the bag? I had it with cunt and I got greedy.
We get it. They smell like fish.
Hey, maybe she can go from door to door and get a taco thrown in with a salmon wrapped in it.
Hey, how's your bearded taco doing? I left some potato flakes on.
Hey, throw a bearded taco and potato flakes in there. What?
Can I really keep the book?
Read it on your way to Vermont.
Enjoy it.
Fall asleep at the wheel.
We'll see you guys Monday.
Yeah. Take it easy, man. Click, click,
click.